What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Grim 86 Freedom First Podcast, broadcasting deep behind enemy lines in the left coast.
Yeah.
I'm Chris.
I'm Johnny Doe, and they may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom.
Jesus Christ. I'm Kenny. What the fuck?
Freedom, bro.
Freedom, baby.
Have you heard,
it's
bro?
the new year.
And I'm Jamie.
Oh, man.
Thanks again for joining us, everyone. Another exciting episode number 22. We're going to go ahead and... Kenny, you're back.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel
back.
this
He's
like
here.
new fucking energy
Yeah.
pulsing. Like, like I want to hump
No,
the air
that
like
was
a
just what I
No,
gave you
no.
before
I
the
want to
show.
hump the air like a dog,
Yeah.
dude.
Well,
you know, like
That's
Chris.
definitely what I gave you before the show.
yeah. Oh man, thanks.
No, Chris.
Let's
It's a
do
dog
it.
fair.
Is that a freedom boner, though?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a freedom
I feel
pump.
like it's a freedom boner.
I have
Wait,
a
let me
freedom
check.
boner now. I'm freedom.
Yeah, it's a
pumping.
freedom boner.
Freedom boner. Freedom
Under the
pump.
table action there.
Yeah.
Gone for
Hashtag
a moment,
hunky.
you guys
Like
are
I'm
grabbing
fucking pumping
dicks and
oil
whatnot.
over here.
And why
Come
is
on,
Chris
baby.
humping the table
I
right?
can't help it. It's the
can't.
energy, man.
Technically, it's a dog
Did
boner.
someone put a fucking
Yeah.
leash on him?
I think I'm
Or a
gonna leave.
muzzle.
I'm gonna leave.
Alrighty.
We just got Kenny back,
Yeah.
and he's already going to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
What?
So, any of you guys got any New Year's resolutions?
Making it awkward.
Anyone?
Fuck no, dude.
No?
Yeah,
Nah.
I do.
Yeah. All right.
No, I'm
Go
just
ahead.
fucking
No?
playing.
I got
Do the
one.
same
We're
shit I was
gonna.
doing
Wait,
last
I didn't.
year.
You didn't answer.
I wasn't there yet, but I was to say, I have one that to keep promoting the podcast and getting that going. That's a major goal this year. We got a store up. Jamie, do you know what the website is for the store?
Yeah, it is
We'll pull that
on.
up.
It's on Spreadshirt.
Baby,
I'll get you the.
bitches.com.
We got
URL.
shirts, we got
Yeah.
duffel bags, we got mouse pads, we got mugs, water bottles, bunch of different stuff.
Do we get the Freedom Lube?
Yeah, I
Nope,
checked.
no Freedom Lube yet.
Dude, I checked out the merch store. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah,
I'm pretty impressed.
So we'll
So
put
what
it.
is it?
We'll put it on the screen for you.
sure.
But the URL is going to be shop.spreadshirt.com/grim86.
Is that 100% hemp?
No,
No.
I wish.
no. Chris had nothing to do in the process.
No,
of
yeah. There's
if he
no-
did, it would be.
there's no hemp involved, unfortunately.
None.
Yeah.
It's all cotton
Yeah.
blend
Yeah.
if you're lucky.
Yeah. No, it's probably all.
Oh, it's all 100%
It's all cotton and animal fibers or some
Were you
shit.
gonna pull that one up real quick?
Oh,
On
that
that?
looks dope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They really
yeah, sure.
do. They really
I haven't-
look,
yeah.
they look
Just
awesome.
real quick.
Wait, you
for the
haven't seen this
Freedom
yet, Kenny?
No, I haven't.
Scroll through that real
shit,
quick.
bro. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go to
Okay,
the top.
everybody,
just
take a
so
look.
they
This
see
is
it,
the. Oh wait, I have to set up the scene too because it's not.
There you go.
Oh yeah, it is working.
There you go.
Cool.
So go ahead and scroll up to the top real fast.
Does that say 29.49?
Yeah. So there,
There
and
you go.
then
Oh, for the
so that's what it looks like,
Oh, there
folks.
you go.
Yeah, they're all different.
Oh,
There's tons
wow.
of different.
I'm gonna make-
Is it
options.
more for the bigger sizes?
I
You
think
know what?
so.
I do not know that. I think it is.
Why does
I
it say
wanna say
Grim
it is.
68 up there?
That is not our fault.
Yeah, it's not our fault.
Wow.
That is their. That's them.
Wow.
Yeah, we can't do.
Did you
anything.
go back in and check that? Because there's no fucking way that I
Yeah,
did that
no.
to all of them. Because they said it on some of these 10,
Yeah.
didn't
It
they?
should have screwed up. Said 69.
Grim 68.
Oh God.
I'm going for a
Yeah.
month, and you
Well, at least the shirts don't say that.
Hey, well, you know,
you niggas have changed the name of the
Yeah,
show.
right?
we're always trying.
Hey, what is
something
that?
Button.
Oh,
Buttons.
nice.
Yeah, a little pin.
Little
I
5
like
pack.
that freaking
Little 1-inch
baseball
buttons.
tee
Yeah,
right
it came
there.
out pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it did.
And there's the mouse pad pillows. Forgot about that.
Well, pillowcases.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am so
Hoodies.
getting that fucking hoodie. Scroll down
Yeah.
to the
Dude,
hoodie.
how bad is that
Yeah.
hoodie, dude?
How
Yep.
much? Okay, I'm gonna buy that.
Yep. And one more page real
Dude,
quick. There
actually-
you go. There's another hoodie that has a lining in
So
it.
come to think of it, Johnny, there used
Yeah.
to not be 2 pages when we go on the
Yeah.
all products. So
Yep.
this is like they're actually like,
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah.
dope.
dude, look at this one, the 2-tone one.
The two-tone one.
Yeah, it's got like the inside of the
It's
hood
got
is
like a
different
gray-
So
color.
it's a black
inner-
hoodie and it has our show name Grim 86 Freedom First
Yeah,
podcast on it.
not so
Yeah.
much.
Just a layer one. So
Yeah,
That
it's
one's
pretty
cool.
cool. It looks nice, man.
Anyways,
Yeah.
moving
yeah, so
along.
that's
We
new.
got-
That's
we-
new for the new year.
We got
and once again,
women's
that's
clothing.
Where can they find that?
They can find that at shop.spreadshirt.com/grim86.
Grim
Yeah.
68.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah, only a
Yeah.
few of them say that. Most
Yeah.
of them say.
Yeah, we'll pop it up on the.
We gotta
screen
get
there
key
for you.
tags.
So there's all kinds of different products. Check it out, guys. Support us through our products.
Yeah, we only
Yeah,
get a
oh,
small
help-
percentage
so
of that.
Yeah,
help
so-
support the channel.
Yeah.
We'll tell them right now. I mean, we
Yeah.
only like full disclosure, we only make $5 on
Each
anything that
What-
you get on that
What
show
are we disclosing?
channel.
because
page.
Everything helps. What
Yeah.
are you talking about, Chris?
Yeah.
No, he's saying like, why are we telling him that? It's
Well,
like,
to let
because-
people know,
yeah,
even
it's
though
like-
we're not getting all the proceeds.
Yeah,
get
so if you
$5,
think they're too
so-
expensive, we only
right.
get $5 off each.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some
And that's
little,
going back into the
okay.
show.
Okay.
So
some little person had to
I
make
can,
that shit.
I
So
can
they got to
dig
get paid
that.
too. Exactly. But
Yeah.
just help sponsor, you
Yeah.
know, support the
And
channel.
in other news, we got a new camera.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a new camera today.
Yeah.
So that's another thing for the new year.
Merry Christmas to us.
Right?
Yeah, so we should be looking extra sexy tonight.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we're going to actually broadcast this one in 1080p, so if you're going to
hit
watch
the
it on your
fucking
TV.
gym.
We'll see how it
So if you thought Kenny was handsome before, you're really gonna think he's handsome now.
You're in for a big fucking disappointment.
Exactly.
You're in for a big surprise.
We're going back to 480.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going back to only sound.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Only
go back
audio.
to
sound, it's all
yeah.
black.
Only audio.
Whole screen.
No more video cast. No
Yeah.
more video cast.
Yep.
The blue-green fucking plugins in the back of the TV. That's what we need to go back to.
Component video.
All right. So, Chris, do you have a New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to,
Did you forget?
yeah, I kind of did. No, it's actually to do more for the podcast. Actually,
Right on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
same thing with me.
Yeah, maybe from a different
Angle?
perspective. Yeah, yeah. I like to buy more
Where are
equipment.
my
You know
notes?
me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Everything that you guys do helps.
Yeah.
So
Jamie got a little monster cable today for
Yeah.
the podcast for the sound,
Absolutely.
right?
yeah, dude, made by AudioQuest actually.
And maybe that'll
Li-
take away the buzzing.
lifetime warranty. Just saying.
We're
It's a work
trying
in
to get our-
progress.
we're trying to get our act together. What do you expect? Fuck off. Quit
Yeah.
bossing me, bro. Fuck,
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Yeah, it's better quality for the viewers at home
Yeah.
because we love the freedom fighters.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I
it
love-
kind of worked, but
I
not
love
really.
you guys, man.
I bought some
Fucking
new,
freedom fighters.
Some new editing software too.
Silly.
Oh yeah, we got to fuck
So-
with that.
So yeah,
that's a
hopefully,
new. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you'll see some cool new effects coming in. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of a.
I
pain
don't
in
know.
ass
The
to learn
videos
whole
have been
thing.
hilarious as of
Yeah.
late. So
Johnny
Well, like,
putting
we-
in a
Yeah.
lot of time.
Yeah,
Our
we should
first
just- all our
first video
videos
of the
should just
year
be
just
that.
came out, so that's a best
yeah,
of.
Yeah.
best of episode
That's
15.
true.
Watch that 3 or 4 times like I did. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah, that was weird.
welcome.
dude.
You were the star of that one, Kenny.
Yeah,
that was
Kenny.
a good one.
I
That was
couldn't,
pretty funny.
couldn't believe my celly had a cell phone so we could watch it.
All right, so you guys, anyone else have anything to say about the resolutions or no?
Nah.
Nah.
Well, just that I think that resolutions are kind of dumb. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
I hate that. Like, okay, so for you guys that go to the
Starting at
gym,
the
like,
end
how
of this
fucking packed
day.
are they?
Yo,
In,
it
like,
was ridiculous.
January to February, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, technically, the New Year's resolution wasn't really a New Year's resolution. It was
Right,
more like
it was
last
more-
month we already
right.
came up with this. Me and Chris were
yeah.
that's
coming
true.
up with all this
Yeah,
stuff. But
we
it's just
kinda-
kind of fun to
yeah.
just throw it in there.
I drove
Yeah.
past a
a
box gym
chit-chat.
today, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was ridiculous this morning. I was like, you got to be kidding
Nah.
me. When last week it was
What did you drive in from?
barren, a box gym.
So there's a gym in a box.
No, so when they're
I don't
Like
know
like,
what that
Jack in a
is.
Box?
so when they're like big, so say like
Oh, like
said
a
hardware
a
store,
franchise.
Oh, okay.
a franchise,
A
franchise gym,
They call
okay.
them box stores. Just
Did not know
because
that.
They
Box gym. Okay,
just
I see
because
what
they're all set.
I was just thinking of like Antoine the bum where he has the cardboard box. And, come and work out in my gym. That's what I was thinking. So I was just trying to be clear here.
Yeah,
It's like it's derivative of like a big box store, right?
Right.
Is that
Got you now.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Got
right.
it. All on the same page.
Got it.
I'm good.
Get it? Got it.
I
Good.
feel like bacon sounds really good right now.
God damn it! I want fucking bacon. now.
Yeah.
I think
Some thick cut,
Imagine the first time you ever saw bacon.
maybe peppered.
I don't even. I
And
wish I could
smelled it.
remember,
Yo,
dude.
peppered
And
bacon
then
is
ate
fucking
it.
amazing.
It is, dude.
I remember one time wanting to eat raw bacon. My mom was like, "No, you can't eat raw bacon." I'm not gonna. This is why
Wait,
little boys
what?
have to be watched.
Yes.
I've never
Yeah.
wanted to eat raw bacon, nigga.
It
What the
smelled
fuck?
good. It smelled like bacon. It's like salty. and-
No, I've never
Yeah.
wanted to eat raw bacon.
No,
in my
I
life.
was 5,
All
and
right,
that's
well.
why. That's why.
That's why you have parents.
A parent
Is that why
stopped
you
me.
have?
That's why I'm not dead right
That's
now.
why you wore the helmet.
Yep.
It's
If you were raised by wolves, you probably would have got it like raw though.
Yeah.
And that leads us into our first video.
Yay!
Here we go. All right, Johnny, what's going on here?
Baby gets bacon for the first time.
All right,
Yeah.
pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, it is,
Let's
pretty
give it.
much.
Let's give it a listen. Let's give it a watch.
Check this out. Can't even open his eyes. It's just like his senses are overloaded. Yeah. Good little carnivore.
Over here. Bacon.
Yeah, getting it. Boy, he's loving that freaking bacon. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey-o.
He's up there.
Dude, I love when he just bites into it and just his eyes are closed. Like yeah, just like forever.
He's all, I'm shoving all this in my mouth.
Taste buds are overloaded, man.
He'll always
Yeah.
have a good memory connected to bacon.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so awesome.
That was
Unless he gets-
fucking adorable.
Yeah, it was.
Unless he gets older and gets brainwashed into becoming a fucking vegan or something.
Nah, I don't
what
think that's going to happen with that kid.
Yeah, maybe not. You never know.
Yeah. All right. What do we
Well,
got?
fuck. That was
good,
That
huh?
was a really good one. Yeah, I like that one.
That
Start
little
out
kid
the
was
new year
hyped.
with some bacon.
Bacon.
So we
Bacon's
got
always a good
the,
idea.
what do we got? We got straws or robot suit. What do you guys want to do?
Ooh, let's do robots.
Robots?
Robots?
Full body
And
industrial
then we'll
robot?
be all triggered with straws in
Okay.
a minute.
Cool.
Okay.
So this is a robotic Exo Suit that is supposedly going to be going
Ooh.
into production at some point. It makes it so that a person can lift up to 200 pounds, which doesn't really, to me, when I read that, I was like, so like big fucking deal. Like some people can already lift 200 pounds, but I guess not the average person, right?
No, this makes it so you can lift 200 pounds repetitively and not put any strain on your body. So it's like part of a heavy lifting job or something.
Okay. that
Not
makes
just
sense.
like you working out and they're like, oh, I can do 200 pounds.
And I know the viewers at home are going to see this in black and white, so they don't know the colors. It's yellow and black, and which is interesting. Everyone thinks that's
Bumblebee.
construction, but it's actually the ANCAP colors.
Yep.
So
it's actually
it's freedom, bro.
freedom.
It's freedom. Freedom
Yeah.
colors.
And
Yep.
this is science. This
And
is all
actually,
Science.
this
It is.
Freedom
suit's
science.
been,
Sure.
this suit has actually been in the work for
Long time.
about a decade or so.
Yeah,
now.
I've seen
Yeah.
tons of variations of it.
It's pretty cool though. I guess like the big deal that they're making about it was that it can run, I think, for like something like almost 8 hours, which is kind of unheard of. Like you would need a battery that was so big in order to run an untethered system like that,
right.
because the battery technology just isn't there yet for it to be small enough and be able to power that thing for anything less than like 10
Right.
minutes. So they're kind of keeping it. That's what this article is sort of explaining, is like the theoretical technology behind how it manages that power. And there's talks of it being like through like some sort of a passive design, kind of like how if you and I stand up straight, we have our knees locked and our hips locked. Well, you don't really use a whole lot of energy standing there. So they're thinking that like that will probably use something like that, sort of taking a hint from the human skeleton. So I don't know, but it was all theoretical.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I wonder if they could actually make those. I'm sure they thought about every possible means of powering the thing, but like kinetic energy, like
Like it recharges itself off of itself type thing? Is that what
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about?
As you move it,
Could.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would be.
We are talking.
That's kind of like how the electric cars work with the braking system and using that energy to charge
Kicks
the
it back
battery.
in.
Yeah.
yeah,
and then on the shoulders right there, the rocket pod goes and the minigun goes on the other shoulder.
Yeah, and then Ripley shows up to operate
Yeah,
the thing and
sure.
show us how to use it.
yeah.
Yep.
And then Tony Stark's there
Yeah.
because he builds the war machine.
Yeah.
When I see this, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All I keep picturing is from freaking, what was it, Iron Man 2, when the freaking Hammer company snapped.
I haven't
the
seen
pilot
that one in a
freaking
while.
half.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I do remember that.
That's the second one, right? With
Yeah.
with
yeah, that's the second
I'm
one.
just remembering the whips.
yeah.
Right? He has
Yeah,
those-
yeah.
That's the same one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I see stuff like this, I automatically think Aliens.
Oh,
2
the
or
movie.
whatever.
Yeah, where they have
Ripley.
yeah.
She takes the suit and fights the alien.
Has-
Yeah, but
It's
that
like
one's
a
way
forklift more,
super
a little
big.
bit more, right?
Yeah, it's more
Kinda like the one we
yeah,
did
no,
the
that
other
thing
time.
was like 10 feet tall. Right?
Yeah.
Remember the other one we did on the other episode, that huge robot suit
Mm-hmm.
that Jamie played?
Oh yeah,
Kinda- That was like in between that and that.
It was like
Right.
it was a fucking. That was more like a mech.
All right,
though.
time to get triggered.
Oh,
Chris.
shit. Here we go. January 1st. Straws are no longer available unless they are requested.
Clarify that.
We will. Don't worry. It's in the article here. I'll talk about it. So you go into a chain restaurant, say like the big retailers, for example, Applebee's and similar
Chili's,
Chili's, that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So
dine-in restaurant.
when you're served a drink, they're no longer allowed to hand you a straw. You have to ask for the straw, and this is California law. This is a new law. It's passed as AB 1884. And here's we have it up on the screen now. And it in here it tells you what the enforcements are. It tells you it has full service restaurants in there, the law enforcement, the consumer. I mean, it just talks about every aspect of dining concerning straws. You know?
Yeah, crazy.
It's just it's over legislation. You can't. I mean,
you think that if they were gonna do this, they would maybe do it in an effective way? Like, I don't know, maybe ban them from fast food chains because,
right?
Like, what the fuck do you always get it? Like, you can go to a restaurant and get a water, not get a fucking straw for it. Get an iced tea, not get a fucking straw for it.
What's it really gonna change by having to ask for a straw versus them handing you a straw? Is it really gonna affect the ecosystem that much that we could say definitely that the straws are affecting our ecosystem in the first place?
Because they are.
What?
Yeah. The amount of plastic that's in the ocean.
No, we're talking.
Yeah.
No,
he's just saying just.
But
I'm talking about straws.
Okay, so here's the thing: you go to a restaurant, they typically give you a water, right?
Right.
Yep.
You normally have a straw in it. How many people actually drink the water? I've been at restaurants where I've seen people not even touch the water because they ordered a drink. They get their soda or whatever, and then that straw just sits in that glass, and then they end up throwing it away. So, one, it's wasteful money-wise for the company. Two, 9 times out of 10, I don't know if you ever worked in, like, the restaurant industry, but, like, the whole trash area is pretty much a shit show. So there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't make it into the actual trash can area.
Like what?
Just garbage from whatever. Could be straws, freaking food scraps, whatever. Just waste, period.
So maybe we should ban restaurants and not straws. It sounds like restaurants are creating more waste than than straws are. I mean, where do we stop? Where do we start and where do we stop? The thing is, we shouldn't be making legislation for fucking straws.
The point is, there's an alternative that these restaurants can use besides plastic.
Why do they have to, though? I mean,
because it's impacting
it's
our
not the
environment.
government's job to legislate whether or not we.
No. I'm not saying it's their job to legislate.
What kind of business practices that companies should have.
I'm not saying it's their job to legislate it, but it does kind of help the situation when there's a whole fucking island of plastic.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen that.
Like,
so
yeah, but
I want to touch on that really quick.
Yeah,
so like the whole outrage behind the banning of the straws. Anyway, like we went over this already. I'm pretty sure.
Is that why you have a fucking straw in your drink?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
So look, the whole thing about straws being like such a big fucking problem was an inaccurate report made by a 9-year-old child for a school fucking science project. So
basically his own math.
Yeah. So the whole thing about like okay, fine. Like this doesn't really affect me. I don't really care about it. I just have a problem with the legislation existing at all. That's what I have a problem with.
Yep.
Is this going to affect me? No, not really. But
who's the victim?
If you, well, I mean, as
sea
a whole,
turtles,
like,
turtles,
yeah,
whales.
But yeah,
Leonardo and Donatello.
Plastic is non-biodegradable.
How dare you, sir?
The alligators in the sewer.
Well, so plastic is non-biodegradable. If you want to get rid of some plastics in some areas, fine, whatever. That's good for the earth, right? That's okay. But like that should be voluntary. There doesn't need to be someone fucking telling me that I have to do it. It's so stupid.
The government shouldn't be legislating.
Yeah, they should just be making a huge awareness program about it, and then everyone
evil
could like
overlords
go.
have deemed it so.
Check this out. Like, okay, so there's a fine associated.
Straws, niggas.
There's a fine associated
straw
with this enforcement. Like, who's collecting the money on this, and who?
The government.
Okay,
and who's the money? Like, what's the money being used for?
Hey, they got to get a new Rolls Royce. He got to buy his second bitch a house.
I didn't even think of that.
Illegitimate kids.
You're right.
Government's corrupt as fuck, bro.
Yep.
Dude,
none of the money go to the shit it's supposed to.
So it's not about straws, and it's not even about money.
It's about another way for them
about controlling
to
people and making more revenue.
Right.
That's all it is. I mean, it's going to cost more money to enforce the straw law,
but
than
so
it is
in
to collect it, to find people.
If you've been out to a restaurant lately, like they've been doing this already for a while, where they don't give you a straw and you have to be like, "Can I get a straw?"
Yeah, because you're fucking cheap as fuck.
Or just drink fucking beer like a man. You don't need a straw.
And that's fine, dude. But don't fucking legislate a law that says
sometimes I like to sip my beer through a straw.
Yeah, Jamie, what the heck?
You don't drink beer through a straw.
We're not cheersing to straws.
Don't drink beers through a straw.
Cheers me, motherfucker.
You get a faster
We're cheersing
buzz.
to drinking beer.
It's the only way I cheers.
You get a faster buzz.
All right.
Although your straw does look in your Rockstar, just take
It
that
looks
out.
so stupid. It does.
that
It
out.
does.
It's your tiki cocktail.
You know what? If you have a problem with fucking straws, you have way too much fucking time on your hands.
Mm-hmm. True.
Now
True
we're
story.
gonna have.
Do you want
ants
ants?
in the command center?
No, I don't want ants.
That's how you
just-
get
We'll get that on the break.
That's how you fucking get
That's how
ants.
you get ants.
Thank you.
There's a meme for you.
Yeah, we got Val laughing over there. We got Johnny fucking
Right?
in with the clutch
Boom.
punchline.
This is how we. This is why we can't have nice
Science.
shit, Chris.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Phrasing.
Raw
littering
bacon
his fucking
eater.
straw on the podcast. Jesus fucking Christ, man. All right.
The whole thing we're trying to prevent here.
Hey, man.
You're perpetuating a cycle. Do you not see it?
Don't fucking make straws. Then people won't use them.
How else are we supposed to snort our coke?
Dollar bills,
you use
y'all.
money like
Dollar
a dollar bill.
bills. Hey, you want to talk about drugs? You can talk about drugs. Really. There's always a way to get them into your system.
You were quick on that one, Chris.
Yeah, way too quick.
All righty.
Chris puts his in
I
his
know
butt.
some people, you know?
All righty. So, you guys want to move on to the freedom topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Awaken.
Awaken to true freedom.
Dum dum dum.
So we get this all the time, that when we start talking to new people that are getting into this whole movement of freedom, libertarianism, anarchy, or ANCAP, we always are getting people like, oh, now I know this. And then when I'm talking to my friends, which are statists, I get so triggered now and I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah, I was just talking to my friend. They're like, well, why doesn't the government make a law about banning straws?
Fuck the government.
Right? So yeah, it's a thing. How you come across people like that that bring that up to you, Chris?
All the time. They can't disassociate from being government owned. I mean, you know, once you're able to kind of see it from the outside, like we do, like see what's really kind of going on. It's hard to justify anything to have to do with the government, because it's such a fucking such
Sham.
a bad thing,
A
not only
rip-off.
financially but in just enslaving us. I mean, just making
Yeah.
people totally dependent on the government.
Yeah, Jamie, how about you? Because I know you're a little newer to it. So have you just personally, not even anyone else necessarily? How have you?
So I get a lot of times too, like where I've talked to some of my friends and they start to try to debate me about the whole
Right.
taxation is theft thing, and like I know that they have the best intentions, but everyone's always like, oh well, not everyone, but some people have been like, well, I'm okay with like a little bit of it, and I'm like, so you're saying you're okay with a little taxation? And they're like, yeah, I think we need a little bit for this, this, and this, and I say, well, why can't that be voluntary? And then, of course, the age-old argument: if it's voluntary, nobody will ever pay for it. Which
Which
it's
isn't
something
true.
which is something we need, we're gonna fucking get
Right.
it.
Proven by the wall controversy.
Holy
Right.
shit! I don't even want.
So
to
we're
fucking
getting
start with
taxed
that.
for the wall, right? And we have to pay for it. And now we have a GoFundMe.
And it's getting paid
Account.
for by citizens.
Yeah,
Free,
by
I mean,
freaking crazy.
people fucking
voluntarily.
voluntarily.
Yeah. So
I
it
mean,
has,
It's a good example.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't agree with it, but I mean that's the example.
not only that, but there have been groups who totally funded the immigration, like the immigration sanctuary kind of thing. What's it called?
sanctuary
When
state
they're coming over the border or whatever.
immigration,
Like what's going on on the border right now? What the
the
fuck?
caravan.
They're
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
tear gas.
Yeah. So there's lawyers and stuff. There
pepper spray, tear
There's-
gas, flashbang.
there's people who are defending the people who are looking for sanctuary here in the United States from the communist countries. they're
But
coming from.
why?
So, and it's all GoFundMe. That was the point.
Yeah, people are funding it.
It's
Yeah,
all
so-
it's all GoFundMe.
So it's
not,
it's voluntary. Is what
yeah,
you're
it's
getting at.
voluntary.
Yeah. So like to answer
So the
feel
wall
like
and the
George
lawyers.
Soros.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to answer your
Yeah.
question, like, yes, it does happen to me, because the more, like, we have people watching the show, they're sort of, it's happening to them now, too. And so, like, I mean, even so, Valerie, shout out to Valerie, Freedom Fighter. She's
Shout out to
What up,
Valerie.
bro?
What's up, Val?
she tells me about a conversation she gets into with her family,
Yeah.
and it's getting increasingly frustrating to talk
Right.
about politics because
Right.
we have different views on
Yeah.
shit now.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because, especially people of later generations, older generations than we are, they're so
Instaunched.
stuck in their way.
Right.
And like,
Yeah.
yes, I'm left. Yes, I'm right. They hold that like as a fucking torch. That's how they identify, and that's what they're proud of it. And
Yeah.
it's
Well,
part of that.
they link freedom to the state.
Yeah, and I'm not even allowed to
Right.
speak politics with my family
Right,
anymore.
right. You're
Yeah.
blackballed.
Yeah, exactly. They're
You're
like,
banished.
don't even speak politics because Kenny's gonna get on his fucking soapbox and start going off.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
kind of like that with me too.
I
you
still
know, it's
do
like-
it anyway. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Yeah.
Same here. Yeah, no one wants to hear it. Yeah, I think it's like no one wants to get into it, man.
Yeah,
They-
no, really, because I think people are so stuck in that mentality, like you're not a good American if you don't like the government,
Yeah, if you're not
kinda
doing
thing.
your civic duty to pay taxes.
and you have to follow all the ideology and all of the traditions
So on this note,
to go into that, like the Pledge of Allegiance and all that kind of
Right.
stuff, like pledging yourself
Patriotism.
to the state.
well, I think it starts first when you realize that all government is force. And when you realize that all government's force and that taxation is taken by theft and that the vote is forcing your will on the minority to impose your will, you start understanding all these things and it becomes a black and white, a right or wrong. There's no gray area in it. And once you come to kind of encompass that and you understand that, then it becomes a whole different thing. And then you hear every story on the news or when your friends are talking about politics and you're just like triggered each thing they say because you're like, no, the government's forcing you. No, that's by force.
Yeah, and, you know,
So
and I hear
that's where it
peop-
starts.
Like you hear people say like defend the government. I mean, well, they do.
They do. No,
do
that is
defend the
exactly what
government,
they're doing. Yeah.
You know, and it's just like you don't understand what
You
we're
don't
saying.
understand,
Like
man.
you just can't, and sometimes you just can't get through to people like that.
It
Yeah.
gets so frustrating. It
Yeah.
makes you just
Yeah.
want to shake the shit out of people and
Yeah.
be like, "Wake the fuck up!"
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and then everybody gets all clicked up.
Yeah.
Everybody starts forming their little groups, and
Well, that's why you just stick on what I've always done is I'll stick on one or two examples such as taxation is theft. Because then
Yeah.
it's like you have one example and then what they'll end up always doing every time is then they jump to something else and then you go, well, wait a minute, we didn't finish this. Is that wrong to be forced to have your earning your property taken away from you at gunpoint? Oh, it's not at gunpoint.
Yeah.
And then they get into this whole thing and they're like, okay, what happens when you don't pay your taxes? Men eventually with guns come to
And
imprison
arrest
you.
you.
And-
If you
yeah.
resist, you will be
and
shot.
take away all your property.
Exactly. Confiscate your property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
we had this discussion
I-
a couple months ago in the alleyway with
Yep. Oh yeah.
with two
I remember. I
women
do remember that.
that
Yeah.
were not happy at the
Yeah, they weren't happy. It
feel-
happens all the time.
So
Yeah.
I feel like there are certain people that will argue like that, and it's always when they're on the losing end of that battle. It's when you're closing in on a thing like where they can't disprove it, so they bring up something else they have a problem with, and now the argument's about that now.
Yeah, they jump
So-
around.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people. I don't want to say any names, but I know people that
Liberals
that
are
argue-
infamous. For
I mean,
this.
and this is a.
I wasn't
this
going to
is a-
say it, but
I will.
yeah,
This
it's
is a
fucking-
very
yeah.
basic, like it's
conservatives do it too, but liberals are
Well,
infamous
I mean,
for
we've talked about way deeper stuff as far as that's concerned. You know, like
Yeah.
like really going into different aspects of that kind of thing. You know,
Yeah, but I'm just what basically I was
No,
saying is you
but-
just
but-
keep it simple
yeah,
for when
but
you're
it's
having
basic,
like
yeah.
a bar conversation
Right,
or
right.
a party or something.
because we've talked about the morality of the
Sure.
whole thing.
It's immoral.
Like it's a really deep issue with us, and it's not just oh well, sometimes you got to smack somebody to get them to do what they need to do. No, that's force. Sometimes you like.
and that's violence.
Yeah, it's violence. You know, basically the government can come
Due
to your house
violence.
and tell you haven't paid me, so we're going to take you to jail. It's immoral. It's an immoral act, and just because
that-
they have authority doesn't mean that it's right.
Right, and us as libertarians signing on to what the libertarian philosophy being the non-aggression principle,
Right.
the voluntary,
Right.
you as being a self-owner of your own self property.
Right.
So it's showing right there, and being an individual, that's another big one. It's the collective versus you. So
Right.
when they try to justify, how I'll bring that back in,
Right.
is justifying the taxation. Well, it's good for everyone because what about the roads? What about this? What about that? They'll name all these different programs and ways to keep you safe.
Well, what
or
about fuck you?
You know,
Exactly.
they want the government to take care of the collective.
Sure, it's
You know.
it ultimately comes down to
Yeah.
that. They're brainwashed to think the collective is what we are all responsible for, where it should be about the individual.
Individual rights.
Yeah, and
Freedom.
Exactly.
Drop the mic.
And it's fucking and it's absurd to think that the government actually gives two shits about you.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Proven fact, right now we have a governmental shutdown, all because a grown-ass man is throwing a tantrum.
Sure, they're all throwing a fucking tantrum.
Right.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time. We kind of touched on that on our other
See,
episode,
and
right?
this is the problem with what I see is that I think we're talking from a different place than most people. We're talking about I mean, people get tied up in the politics of it when we're saying they're all wrong. Nobody should be governing us. We should be governing. I mean, we should be able to go and do as we please.
It really is.
But
I agree with you.
Chaos, Chris.
It's the whole thing is it's a big picture mindset versus someone who's gonna find the devil in the details, right?
Right.
Well, what do we do about this? What do we do about that? I don't know.
We
the
don't
answer
know
to
every
that,
answer to
Yeah.
that.
But
yeah.
what
We
I
could sit
what I
here and
have a
talk about
problem
that.
with is the principle of it.
Yeah.
Now let's have a conversation about
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
we can start going in the right direction.
So let's agree with what's right and what's wrong first.
It's not
Once
about
you
politics.
establish that, then you go on and okay, now if you agree that taxation is immoral and it's wrong, then now let's figure out okay, what program do we need, and then like how do we fund it?
Right.
and
With-
what,
without the government.
and which
Sure.
which pizza company is going to fix our roads?
exactly.
Domino's, bro.
Domino's.
I mean, companies built the roads to begin with, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So why?
Pre-
why
1913.
wouldn't they maintain them if they need to use them?
All pre 1913, all the roads were privately built.
Imagine if FedEx if FedEx was able to maintain the airports. I mean, they fly packages all over the world. They're making millions and
UPS,
millions of dollars.
Billions.
Yeah, I mean they
Billions.
could easily maintain all of the airports. You know, of course we wouldn't put it on them to completely maintain, but I mean they use the airports. Of course,
But it's an idea. It's a start.
They're
right?
going to want to maintain.
It's a
the airports.
conversation
Yeah,
that we can have.
Exactly.
Sure, yeah.
Why can't we do this without the government being involved? Let's figure out how we can do that.
Another awakening to freedom as well is the freedom of speech angle, because a lot of statists who we all know and are friends with and family with, they end up always going, well, they can't say that, or they can't say this, or you
Right.
shouldn't say that, or you shouldn't do that, and then you get the whole word Nazi police out on you, and then they're
Right.
going after you. Where freedom is not cute and pretty all the time.
No.
You should be able to have the freedom to have all ideas out there and exchange them back and forth. And if someone's saying something wrong, racist, whatever it is, right, sexist, whatever, you can start with your friends and your people and go against them and make your whole case why they're wrong. And that's freedom.
We should be encouraging.
Not have the government force you by gunpoint.
We
Yeah.
should be encouraging free thought. We should. I mean, our private school system should be teaching people knowledge and understanding of the world, and not this weird whatever we're in now.
Indoctrination.
Yeah, this weird indoctrination that's going on right now. Imagine if we had like right-minded, civic-minded people in the world today. I mean, we are
Like Honda Civic.
like fat, like
Fast,
really
like a
fast,
Type R.
fast Hondas.
Type R's are pretty fast.
Like a
Are
B,
they?
like
Are
a
they? Yeah.
B22
Yeah,
swap.
that's according to his context.
Man,
Watch your.
All right, Lexus, move on now.
I like those Civics, eh?
That's Toyota.
I like those Civics, Holmes.
Oh man. Yeah. Any other things about freedom, awakening to freedom?
Just do it.
Dude,
Just
it's
do it,
hard to go.
just
yeah, like
Dude, it's really hard to think like.
Wake
up,
people.
Right.
just come over
There, you were allowed
here.
that time.
Just come over here. It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
the
gonna be
water's
fun.
fine.
Right.
Just stay out of it.
Just stay out of the water.
Yeah. We
Just keep your ass on the
Yeah.
boat with us, and you'll be fine.
we talk about stuff. Nobody censors
gonna
you.
get
You know, another one
Every
is
once in a while,
I
blow
do
something up.
sometimes. I censor.
you know,
stuff
another one is
sometimes.
private property too that people have a problem with, because like communists and people that lean that kind of school of thought, they don't think that people should have private property. So
Why
it's
not?
they think it's the collectives.
No.
Yeah. So that's another one
Yeah.
that you might get into. Freedom fighters at home, you might get into that. It's a big old mess with them. Commies are fucking
Fuck a
Don't be
commie.
a fucking.
And just
commie.
because you think you paid your house off, you technically still don't.
Oh
own
yeah,
it.
well that's
Oh, fuck
taxation.
no.
Yeah,
Fuck no.
you
Don't pay
never
your
own
property
anything.
taxes.
Look at your
right.
car. You buy your car, you got to pay on all your taxes for it, right?
And the
Yeah.
fucking
Register it,
registration
everything.
Yeah, don't-
fees and all the
Smog
God
if you don't
damn it, God
register
damn
One
it,
up. Yeah.
It's
exactly.
not yours anymore. It's not yours.
You never own
If
it.
you take your fishing pole and use it at any lake without paying first, they will confiscate your fishing pole.
Except for
Sure.
right now because they're not at work.
right?
Sneak out there and go.
Thank you, government, for
Go.
shutting down.
Go now. Go now.
Yeah,
Just
Grim
don't use the
86,
bathrooms. Just
gone
don't use the
fishing.
bathrooms.
And then
Nobody's
the
cleaned them.
biggest one that we might come across as freedom fighters is the free market and capitalism. I remember this DJ I know. His name is Chris, and he may or may not be at this table right now, and he was wearing a capitalism T-shirt. And she goes, this lady came up. She's like, what does that say? And he's all, capitalism, enjoy. And she's
I
like,
do
oh,
remember. Yeah, she was upset for some
So,
reason.
Here's the thing. With capitalism, most people think capitalism is what we have in the United States today. It
Right.
is not free market capitalism.
No, it is not.
This
It
is
is
hybrid-
cronyism. It's all
Hybrid
yeah.
cronyism.
It's all controlled. Like corporations, for instance, is what immediately people think when they talk about capitalism. And what corporations are made by the government.
Right.
They are made to be protected.
Cronyism is a mix of government and
cronies.
executives, business executives. So, like places like Monsanto, we've talked about
Yep.
that before.
Gas station companies
Yeah,
and all that.
gas
Oil.
companies.
Oil companies, there you go.
Energy companies. I
Yeah.
mean, we talked about what a mess the Department of Energy is. So,
Well, that's government agency.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a fucking
no, but
nightmare.
they set the rates for PG&E.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so yeah.
Don't even
like-
get started
Yeah.
on that. Fucking
we
shit
did that
show.
the other week.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a-
So
yeah.
I mean, what we have isn't capitalism; it's cronyism.
it's not free market.
It's government
How are
controlled
they the only energy company out here? That's bullshit.
Yeah, monopoly, bro.
monopoly.
Yeah.
That's a
When
good.
the when the government picks you, your company becomes rich and what is it? There's no competition because the
Right.
government does not
The whole
like
monopoly
competition.
thing, yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
own the whole.
Yeah,
The
so
government hates.
And I mean that
competition.
all comes down to politics, right? Like, so if there's going to be a new energy company trying to be up and coming, then PG&E just has more money to pay the better lobbyers to get
Right.
those other companies fucking to not ever,
Right.
Like
Oh,
they-
that's
mean-
just
it's all
meanwhile-
money. It's all
Yeah.
money.
Meanwhile, that politician is telling you that he's going to pay for your daycare, he's going to pay for your roads, he's going to pay for your.
Oh, we're gonna get there later.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold your. You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're
So,
jumping the gun.
Our next freedom
yeah.
topic is gonna get into all that
jumping the
fun
gun.
stuff.
all right.
Yeah. So when we get there,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
that's,
want to jump the gun.
but that's
too
why
much.
there's no other energy companies. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
there's
saying.
no other-
It's
It's
fucking
monopoly.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all government controlled.
Yep.
And for example, the straw law is a way they control us. you
Yep.
know?
No more straws, Chris.
Not only that, but you have to be 21 now to own a firearm, right?
Long gun.
Long gun.
Yeah.
No,
it was
no.
18 before.
It's
All firearms.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, it was for pistols already, but
Pistols it
but
was.
long guns
so,
they made.
So
they,
I mean, just these are just status
So wait, I don't
laws
get a
to-
gun when I join the army at 18 anymore?
yeah, it's different.
I get
It's
a
okay to
slingshot?
fight for your country.
Are you
bro.
Yeah,
sure?
it's okay
Yeah.
to die for your country.
Oh, but
Yeah.
I can't drink.
Yeah.
Can't buy smokes.
No, you can't
Fuck.
enjoy life.
Yeah, why do they still get to
Unless you
vote at that
serve the
age?
government.
Interesting.
Fuck this place.
substances.
This is why we don't vote people in.
Yeah.
We should get our money together from the T-shirts and buy an island.
Yeah, I like
Fuck
that
yeah,
idea.
and Cap Island,
So,
All right, well,
and
so-
Capistan.
So far, we've made $10. So we're a little
to sales. Yeah.
we're a little far off.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh,
Coming up after the show, there will be a link to a GoFundMe page.
yeah. And Gap Island coming soon.
We will have
Um,
walls.
Yeah, could you imagine a
Or-
fucking place where like I need a service done and I'm like, here's cash, and they're
Free
like,
market
thanks,
capitalism.
Yeah.
and that's it.
There is
Fucking
a
done.
few. There actually is a few places like that now.
You got to put your
Really?
They're like,
$9.75
yeah, they
tax
like
on that.
islands and like oil platforms and stuff. They're trying to ANCAP society kind of things. You can look it up on
Sounds
YouTube,
like
guys.
communism to me.
No, it
I
does
hope not, man.
Not even
That
close.
sounds like a commune.
You sound like a comment on the what is a
Oh,
libertarian
man.
right now.
Man, I'm gonna go fucking start my own place. Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, that's,
I don't join shit.
Well, that's kind of what that is.
Liar, you have Netflix.
free-
Yeah.
Says the Lions guy. Alrighty. So, anyways, our next freedom topic when we get there is going to be about is the state your God. That was why
Is
we
the
want to
state
wait.
your daddy?
So we're gonna get back into other stuff
Praise
first.
be
but
to
I
Washington.
want to give a little teaser for why we're gonna. I mean, what we're gonna be talking
Does
about.
that say theater mode
Where?
Oh,
on the
what?
right screen
Where?
where my mouse is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna watch this video real quick here before
Yeah.
before we go on break.
Yep.
Don't you
Um,
know?
Yeah. So I don't remember what the
a
what
little setup.
Yeah. Do you know what?
So
you know
this
what it
guy
is?
bought. He created a 40-foot statue of a middle finger flipping off his town.
Yep.
Because he got into some argument over some property right stuff. So
Cool.
He wanted to build something, and they wouldn't let him.
Fire
I
away.
think they're gonna.
They'll give you
talk
the-
about it.
All right, here
The
we go.
rundown.
Ted Pelkey has taken finger pointing to a whole new level with
Yeah.
his 7-foot wood carving of
They
a
blurred it
military
out.
salute mounted on a 16-foot pole.
Like you don't know what it is.
That is
Are you
fucking
the kind
legit.
It looks like
give
Asian
the
porn.
finger sort of guy, like when you drive?
How do
Why
you
is she
know what
trying to
that
be
looks like,
dramatic?
Jamie?
I've heard.
This isn't road rage. This is
So-
rage against Westford, Vermont town officials.
Here we go.
For a decade, the town has refused to give Pelkey a building permit to relocate his recycling business onto his own commercially zoned property.
Jesus Christ.
The road and scream
Wow.
something, nobody would have listened, right?
Right.
The statue's up there not saying a word. Boy, it's working good.
Lights are trained on.
Nice.
So it's on his own property.
Yeah.
On Route 128.
Just building a bigger building.
Can't miss it.
Way to go.
That's a pretty good lot of land there, yeah.
I wish I had one.
You'd think
That guy's awesome.
carving of a finger would cost an arm and a leg. 4,000
Ha,
bucks
ha.
actually.
Womp womp.
Pelkey
Oh,
hit on
shit.
the
4,000,
idea
yeah.
at a
Fuck yeah,
bar
man.
Worth
having
it.
drinks with
Worth
his
every
wife.
penny, bro.
Yeah, about 2 Long Islands into it.
Sadly,
That guy knows how to party.
No, CNN don't have to blur it.
Oh yes, we do, Ted. Local
No, you
reporters
don't.
have gotten
Fucking
creative.
status.
Pelkey's hand gesture that's hidden behind my hands up here is a response to this. They are meeting minutes from the Development Review Board last year.
The chair
How
of the
clever.
Westford
That was
Select Board
stupid.
Wouldn't say much since they're anticipating a court hearing. The process would be the same with or without the Pelkey's recent sculpture. Turns out the law can't lay a finger on Ted.
Looks like a
because his
giant
finger is
dick.
Considered public art.
Yeah.
I like it.
But when I made a warm and fuzzy gesture, here's the finger I'll give you. At least you can't
I
say
flipped her off.
Yeah.
I like this
Fuck
guy.
you, bitch.
Yeah. This guy's cool, man.
New York.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right.
That was fucking
Yeah,
great.
That was great,
Yo,
dude.
her voice
Yo,
is super.
fuck the
fucking
government.
Oh, yeah.
State,
CNN, bro.
local fucking government stopping people from using their property. Fuck you, man.
Yep.
Your piss has to be
Yeah.
fucking neon yellow.
What is that?
It
Raptor?
fucking glows, dude. You
I
should see
believe
it's
it.
glorious.
I drink one of those
Role
things
models?
and then my piss is
The
ridiculous.
movie Role Models?
fucking
Yeah.
glorious.
I gotta drink
man.
at least 8 gallons of water.
I
to clear
can
out my
fucking
system.
go into the restroom
with the lights
no
out.
lights off
Right.
and find a toilet with my fucking urine stream. That's
So
how
you're
beautiful
saying
it
you're
is.
pissing as you're walking in?
Yeah, if I need to.
Okay.
You pee on the fucking floor,
I'll
Chris. I
fucking
swear to
I'll
God.
piss
Now we know
everywhere,
who
dude.
it is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Fucking piss all over the walls.
And we're back.
Piss water.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging in there, folks. We are back.
Yeah.
Segment number 2 of the Grim 86 Freedom First podcast. Almost forgot the name of our show.
Episode
You're on so many, so
Oh.
it's confusing, you know?
There. Episode 22.
episode 22.
Yeah. So we got. So now is the time we do our shout outs. So
Yeah.
we'll give a shout out to Valerie.
Again, yes.
Val, what's up?
Shout out to Damien because he was here.
Shout out to Damon.
Damon does tattoos also. Where's his shop
San
at?
Jose.
Lucky Stars
Lucky
in San
Stars.
Jose off of Blossom Hill Road.
One more time, just one of you guys.
Lucky Star Tattoos off of Blossom Hill Road.
All right.
And he's chewing. So.
Hit up Damon. Hit him up, man. He does some killer
Yep.
work. He did Johnny, and he also did something on you.
Yeah,
right,
Kenny too.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did them both.
And I'm going.
Yeah.
And I have an appointment
He'll
with.
be doing me Friday.
I have an appointment with Damon on 17th. Yeah.
So soon.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna
you want
do
some,
it.
You want some freedom work done?
Yeah.
Holler at your boy.
He's a
Dope
freedom
ass
fighter.
tattoos.
The dude's a solid guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
is.
All right. So what do we got
Any
here?
other shout outs?
Oh, shout out to
Yep.
my mom and my grandma who is having surgery tomorrow. So
Pray for
love
grandma.
you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to Chase and Ashley
What up?
and Misty and Todd.
You what up?
Yo.
Misty
Yep.
and Todd.
What up?
Yeah.
Shouting them out.
Yeah.
I want to know why they're calling this a brawl. Because it really,
Okay, let's do that.
really
Well, let's
wasn't.
jump into the
Yeah.
fast
Yeah.
food here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Really wasn't a brawl. This is
A
disgusting.
little free talk here.
This
Yeah.
video, your discretion is advised.
Yeah.
Customer.
Okay, so
assaults
I'm gonna try
McDonald's
to
employee.
Hit play. It'll self-explain what's going
Yeah.
on.
I'm gonna
here.
try to play it, and then I'm gonna try to full screen it. So just
Okay.
so fucking bear with me here.
So the government.
No, there we go.
Watch. Grabs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he did it.
He clearly
And then
grabbed
she's
her,
like,
yeah.
no, hell no. And he
not-
won't let go. What an idiot.
Wait,
She's tagging him
Can we
too.
pause it
Good for
really
her.
quick?
Yeah.
Let's pause it really quick before it goes through the.
Too late.
I could.
Go ahead.
The fact that there are other gentlemen in this
Not doing anything.
not doing anything is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Dude.
Disgusting.
As soon as that went down, they should be running over there, beating the
Beating
crap
the
out of
shit
that guy,
out of
dude,
him.
or at
Dude,
least
that guy
grabbing
would've
him and
been-
throwing him
right.
out the
That
door.
guy would have
Yeah.
been on the ground,
Yeah.
out of
That
the
wouldn't
store.
happen.
So-
He would have been out of.
I'll
out of
tell
the
you
store
right
so
now.
fast.
This is the shitty part about that. She's gonna lose her job for
No-
sure.
No, she's not.
Yeah, no, she absolutely is because she's on the clock.
She didn't.
She didn't.
Nope.
She was defending herself. She got
Play,
grabbed.
play the video. I'll tell you the full story afterwards.
Okay.
Because I didn't know you guys were doing this. I've been on this story all day.
Cool.
Now he's acting all innocent.
What a dickhead. He acts like like that was nothing.
No, what? The dickhead is the manager who was like, "What was
Yeah,
your order?"
him too. I'd have told him to fuck off.
He probably didn't. You know what? He probably didn't. I'm not giving him justification, but he probably didn't see exactly what happened because they're on the other side.
Right. But still,
Just maybe that's what it was.
okay. So
All right, go for it.
the gentleman in the photo, this happened in Florida. He got arrested for assault and battery.
Good.
They're most likely going to fire the manager
Yeah.
because he told her she could go home for the day after this happened.
Why is that?
In the video. Right. So he didn't even know the situation.
Oh, he was disciplining. See, so I was right.
Yeah.
I was right. He didn't see what actually
He
happened.
just came out and was disciplining her and told her she can go home for the day.
He jumped to conclusions.
Conclusions.
Not like go home for the day. You're distraught or
No.
Like it was
something
disciplinary.
He wasn't even like, "Are you
Disciplinary, right?
okay?" He was like,
No.
"You're done.
Oh really?
You're going home for
dude,
the
that's
day." Yeah.
terrible, dude.
So there is a
Wow.
push right now for McDonald's to fire the manager and to compensate this young lady because basically
She was the victim.
The gentleman asked for a straw. She was going to give him the straw, and then all of a sudden he just grabbed her. by
Grabbed
the
her shirt, yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that
Why-
there was
Good
four
thing there was
other men
video.
there.
Hold on,
Right.
hold on. That's how it went down. That's what
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
completely unprovoked. You just started
Unprovoked.
fucking grabbing bitches.
Just grabbed her, and this dude has like a list of like
Assault charges.
assault
probably?
charges. Yeah, already.
Oh,
Really?
So he
Yeah.
shouldn't even be out in
He's a
fucking
dirtbag.
public.
Right. Yeah. So
he's lucky this isn't an ANCAP world because somebody would have shot him already.
Someone would have got
Yeah.
got.
And the
Yeah.
fact that there were other, like I said, other gentlemen that were there that
Yeah.
were grabbing the girl instead of trying to get the guy off her.
Hell,
They
that-
probably would have been shot too.
Yeah.
Hell, that could have been a smaller guy for that matter,
Right,
and I
yeah.
would have stepped in.
Yeah,
Like, that's
exactly.
ridiculous.
But that's kind of what I was getting at. Like I know that in my workplace, like you're not allowed. You're not supposed to do that. Like you could lose your job over something like that.
Dude, if
you
company,
I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now, if somebody grabs me, it's on and popping. Period.
it's
I
no
don't
longer
give a fuck
about
who it
it's
is.
no longer
Right.
about the company.
You
it's
can take
about,
that job
it's
and
about
stick it up
protecting
your
my-
ass. Right.
It's about protecting myself at that
And
point.
if you
Yeah.
ever grab me and somebody swinging on me, I'm beating your ass too.
Yeah.
Don't ever
Yeah.
fucking
Self-defense,
grab me
man.
in a fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
Yep.
wrong thing.
companies need to lighten up about that kind of
Yeah,
shit. Because it's
man.
happening more and more.
oh yeah, and speaking of that,
because you can go on YouTube and look.
Next one, Jamie.
You can go on YouTube and look up like customers versus fast food employees, and this shit happens like all day long.
Yeah, that's crazy.
and then we'll go to our next one right here.
Oh,
Again.
America's
It's happening
number
more
one
and more,
Mexican
Kenny says.
food
There
restaurant.
you go.
Did you see
Yo,
this one, Kenny?
Did you shoot somebody over a hot
Did you-
sauce? Yo, is that what the headline
yes,
said?
yes.
Yo, you're playing right now.
No, this is
no,
legit.
I've not seen this.
yeah.
one.
So yeah,
Dude,
the
I
guy
was
didn't
shocked
get his.
as fuck when I saw this.
Yeah, he
article,
didn't get
dude.
his hot sauce, and he threw a fit, and then busted some caps.
Wow.
Fired
Oof.
several shots
Yep.
through a Taco Bell drive-through
Yeah.
window.
It says he's no
there's
arrest.
still-
Yeah, so no arrests have been made.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
So basically, he rolled up, got his food. They ran out of hot sauce.
They
and
ran
he
out
was
of
all,
fire
fuck
sauce.
That,
Fuck this.
fuck that. Tap, 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 and he was gone.
Is that insane?
I
People are insane.
I said Diablo, bitch, and then he just started fucking shooting.
Yo, that's crazy.
See, if this was an ANCAP world, those employees would be shooting back.
Wait, the Chinese landed
maybe.
on the far side of the
Maybe.
moon?
You'd be allowed
That's
to.
crazy.
Did
I
you see
think
that in the
so.
story?
Is that true?
I don't know.
What?
That the Chinese landed on the far side of the moon.
Maybe.
Oh, it's on the Cron 4.
I'll check it
it's
out.
on local
I
news.
follow
Yeah, we'll
them
look
on
at that
Twitter.
later. That's interesting.
That'll be for another show.
All right.
Yeah.
Who else got their free talk?
Well, I have this one here.
Go for it.
If you guys want to go on it. So,
Yeah.
So speaking of fucking just
There you go.
shooting through goddamn drive-through windows, what if your children could learn hunter safety and gun safety in school? Well,
They
I'm
used
glad
to.
you asked, because South Dakota is having looks like firearm safety courses added to the curriculum. So I think that, me personally, this is really cool. I saw that there were some a while back they were saying something like they're forcing people to do it, or they're going to make it mandatory, and I don't think that it should be mandatory.
Is it elective?
Right. This one, yeah, it's not. They're adding it to the thing, but from the article that here, we'll just watch the fucking article. It seems like it's mandatory because parents are like, well, I'm not going to have my kid involved in it.
A lot of kids nowadays think that guns are something in video games, and they need to know that there's a difference between a video game and reality.
Joel Foster is the superintendent of both Clarksville and North Butler school districts in Iowa. He says the schools will start offering hunter safety courses during the school day in 2019.
Well, we've done everything that we can as far as facilities, as far as locking doors, push-button systems, cameras all over the place. And we just want to do everything that we can, and we felt that this was the next step, was to educate our kids.
Showing those 12 years and up how to safely operate a firearm isn't new to South Dakota.
It started in the smaller communities where, the kids would go to the hunter safety course anyways, and they brought the hunter safety course, so all the students in the school would go through the course.
During the course, no real guns are brought into the school.
The students will learn about safe gun handling, all on we have computer programs that teach them how to do it. We have manuals, but if they want to actually do the hands-on with the guns, they have to do that outside of school.
Parents I spoke with have mixed feelings about their 12-year-olds being around guns.
I think it's better to educate
They're not around them
at a younger age.
Exactly.
If for no other reason than to show them that they need to treat weapons with respect and just how dangerous that they can be.
I don't think it's a good idea at all, because right now, there's school shootings all over the place. And so here in Sioux Falls, I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, you can watch movies and video games with them all over the place.
Foster says while he understands some may have reservations, he says they're doing it for the safety of their kids.
We think we're doing the right thing for our communities, and I'm struggling with the fact that it's kind of become so political, because there's nothing political about it. We're trying to teach our kids to do the right thing and how to be safe.
Why is there
right now, New Underwood, Hitchcock, Tulare, Douglas,
it's terrible,
and Presho
right?
offer the hunter safety courses during the school day.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it is the whole school.
Sign my kids up, all 36 of them. Wu-Tang forever.
Yeah, I think it's great. And okay, so immediately when that lady's like, well, there's so many school shootings, I wouldn't have my son involved in it. And I'm like I get so triggered because I'm like, lady, you're not going to be fucking around the gun. You have a problem with your son knowing how to operate a gun? What do you think? Because he knows how to operate a gun, now he's going to be a fucking mass shooter or whatever?
They can find it out on YouTube first off. So that's already there. They're already playing video games and watching TV.
If you think the only thing stopping your child from becoming a mass shooter is their inability to operate a firearm, you got a bigger fucking problem on your hands.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You're raising a sociopath.
Well, it's all
Get
feel-good.
in there.
Yeah, it's all the feel-good shit. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
If we end bullying, then we'll end school shootings.
They're not thinking about it practically. They're thinking about it emotionally, as usual.
And I'm getting emotional about it, and I understand that, but it's that's the conversation that I'd like to have with them. Well, why? Why? Oh, well, I'm just not comfortable with it. Why aren't you comfortable with it? Why are you uncomfortable with your son knowing how to operate a firearm? You don't even have a firearm. He can't own a firearm. You don't own a firearm, probably. What the fuck's the big deal if he knows how to use this tool?
Oh, guaranteed.
Because they're children.
She's mad. She's worried that Chad's gonna get upset with her and then go and fire off shots.
Give
in
me
the
back
house,
my
right?
fucking video games.
Exactly.
It just seems like a real
give me the fucking Wi-Fi password.
I don't know. It just seems like well-to-do people are making rules and laws for a country based on what's good for their children.
Well, so back in the 50s and 60s, and I think even up into the 70s, and maybe even early 80s, there were these programs in a lot of schools.
Yes.
Right.
So this is not new. This is just new for this newer generation.
Yeah.
For the Powder Puff generation.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
the squishy generation.
This is schools are an institution that indoctrinate and force education on people. So, if anything, here's something that's actually good for our country is
says you, Chris,
is people learning about guns from any like educated source.
They still teach sex ed, right?
Yeah, it's mandatory.
Why not?
That was my point too.
Yeah.
Like they already
You're teaching them how to protect themselves from diseases. Why not how to use a firearm?
Yeah.
I don't
Why
understand
not?
what.
And dude, and it's firearm safety. It's not like they're
Yeah.
teaching them how to shoot.
And like
they're
I
not
said,
teaching
they're not even the guns aren't even on campus.
Yeah.
They're using computer programs and literature. Oh
they're
my
not
God.
teaching 12-year-olds to fucking do a tack reload and keep the weapon in your fucking workspace and shit.
Or how
They're
to
teaching
shoot
them,
other
like,
kids.
Yeah,
Although they should
they're
do-
teaching
How
them
you
like,
should properly lock
Yeah.
them up, keep the barrel in a safe direction.
Yeah, they're like, don't aim it
safety.
at people.
No
Fuck
flagging
safety's here.
people.
How to lock them up, like that kind of crap.
damn. Meanwhile, we have guys building camps in Arizona with teaching kids to slaughter people.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
remember we talked about that.
There was a whole news article. The guy
Yeah.
got away.
We talked
too.
about it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember. Yeah, he
I
didn't
just
get
don't-
charged with anything.
Yeah, he gets charged with nothing. You know? Yeah. We can't do anything right in this country.
That's why we need to
Right.
build a wall, Chris.
Build a wall.
Build a wall.
I bet you we can build a fucking wall, though.
Well, that's happening. So,
There's
yeah.
that whole fucking thing.
Do we have
Build a
another
fucking
free talk
wall.
on this one?
I
or-
do. That's not on here.
Yeah, go for it.
I do
Just
too.
kind of like letting everybody know. So there was, I think it was in Huntersville, Texas. I want to say, there was
Sounds
a
like a made-up
7-year-old
place.
girl and her family was shot by a gentleman in a maroon truck. They're currently looking for him, but the 7-year-old died, and then the other family members were injured. So
That's just
Like
that's
a road
fucking
rage type
awful
thing?
news,
no,
dude.
just
The guy just drove
there
up. and
was
just-
a black family, and
Oh, so it could be racism kind of
Yeah.
thing? Oh, wow.
That's awful
I don't
news,
know.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
sorry, I'm just saying, just
It's fucking crazy.
Fucking watch out for a maroon
keep your
truck, I guess.
antennas
Like,
up, nigga.
shit.
Keep your antennas up.
Right.
And for those of you that don't know that reference, look it up. Antennas up.
Hey,
Yeah,
remember?
I don't. It was just funny. I don't know what it's referring to.
Do you guys remember when those guys? There was two guys. They were cruising around shooting people in Washington, like shooting.
Yeah,
at kids
the
in schools and
DC
shit like
shooter.
that? Yeah,
The
Yeah, that
sniper.
was a black dude and his son. What are you talking
That
about?
was the DC sniper.
Yeah, they were
the
shooting.
DC snipers. Yeah,
He took out like the back tail
Back
light or
tail-
something and
oh,
sniped
yeah.
through the trunk.
yeah, that was crazy. Man.
People at gas
smart-
stations.
That was smart as fuck.
It was.
That was.
Niggas was like, I know he ain't black.
He was. What the hell?
That's some
He's
crazy
Jamaican.
white boy
Yeah,
shit.
but if you had to put money
Jamaican
on
or
it.
something.
He
I
was
think-
black, bro.
I think
something.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He was crazy.
I remember watching interviews about that thing.
They had a
About
whole
the
show
crazy.
on that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. What's your thing, Jamie?
No, my I have a so like
I didn't have a thing.
Oh,
I did.
sorry.
So like, how do you think it will all end? Like humanity, will humanity end? Will we
Robots,
keep
bro.
going? Will we be like? How do you think there'll be an end of the world apocalypse, or what is your like?
My
kind of-
honest opinion is,
Yeah.
we're probably going to deplete all the resources on this planet.
Do you think that we'll like try to travel outside?
They're already trying to do that.
right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know that. I know that part. But like actually achieving like
Oh yeah.
colonization.
So
of
they've
another
already
planet.
successfully, Virgin Airlines has successfully orbited the planet commercial use.
That crazy fuck, dude. I
Yeah.
love that guy.
Yeah. So that's
SpaceX,
already
dude.
SpaceX 2 flew,
He's a communist, by the way.
whatever. Flew 59 miles or no, it was like 50 something miles above
Hold on.
Earth.
How is he a communist? He's a fucking billionaire.
Dude, he has said that the government should give money to poor people. He said that.
Okay.
Well, socialist more.
Yeah, that doesn't make him a
Yeah.
communist.
Okay,
it's
well,
not
so-
really-
More that way.
Well, he owns
Yeah.
a business. That
Yeah.
makes him communist.
It kinda
Not
makes him a capitalist, doesn't it?
necessarily,
No, it makes him a communist if he's
Oh.
telling.
Well, anyway,
Okay.
Kenny, you go ahead. Continue what you were saying. I'm sorry. I just wanted to step in there and just because I.
Yeah. This is why I was gone for a month. This shit right here. No, so they technically by like NASA standards and by the FAA, if you fly between 50 and 60 miles, even though scientists don't really deem it leaving orbit, they say 60 miles and higher is leaving orbit, but it's 50 miles to 60, you get your space wings. So, yeah, they successfully flew for, I think it was for 90 minutes and landed safely. The last one The first one ended up killing one pilot and gravely injuring.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, the other one. So,
shit! I don't remember that.
They said by next year you will be able to purchase tickets, but it's $250,000.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, I also
up. We almost died. Up, down.
Yeah,
did die.
I also have no like intentions of ever going up that fucking high anyway.
Yeah,
so fuck
Chris.
that.
I was just letting Chris.
Chris, it's
know.
all
He
you,
likes
dude.
doing crazy
It's all
shit
you,
like
dude.
Did you guys see the guy jump from the balloon?
Yeah,
dude, that
was
was
nuts.
Fucking awesome, dude. I would love to do something like that.
Oh my god.
Why do you want to hurdle yourself through fucking?
Dude, imagine how fucking insanely awesome that would be. Like,
you know how you can get that same feeling?
I don't think there's anything I can do. On
You
this
get a
earth.
rope and
Right.
you tie it to your
Or
closet
belt.
or door, and you lean forward and you start
jerk
jerking
off.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels the same.
Exact
No,
same
it doesn't.
sensation.
No.
And right before you pass out,
Hashtag
Ding 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 ding.
Sorry.
hashtag
Been there,
Robin
done
Williams.
that. It's not the same feeling.
Dude. So on a
Hashtag Robin Williams.
on a
Hashtag Kung Fu.
so on an intellectual level here, my answer to your
David
same
Carradine.
question is
Go ahead.
So I think that with the whole Mars thing that we're trying to do right now,
Yeah.
we're I guess pretty soon we're going to have a team of people that we're going to actually send to Mars that are going to terraform it, and their mission is a one-way mission.
right,
So they're not
Right.
going to come back.
right.
They're going to reproduce on Mars and hopefully start a civilization, start a colony there. We're going to colonize Mars. And so what's going to happen then is we become a stage 2 civilization, which is multi-planetarial. Planetarial?
I think so.
That's not a word.
Sounds right.
Is that a word?
I think everyone doesn't know
Does
what
that check out?
yeah.
Planetarial?
Right.
Planetarium?
Planetarium?
No,
Hashtag.
not planetarium.
Yeah.
Not planetarium.
Multi-planetorial?
Multiverse?
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
We'll be in multi-planetorial.
You know what the fuck he meant.
Do the fucking math.
so we're on 2 planets.
Science.
And then, if we don't fucking completely use up everything that's on Mars, just like we did on Earth, because we don't fucking learn too quick,
Hashtag
Use up all the red rocks.
Grim
at least-
86
yeah, use
Freedom
up all the
First
red rocks.
Linguistics.
we build so many brick houses out of red rocks that we use them all up. There might be water out there too, which is the cool
they
thing.
think so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then we only have, I think, 4 or 5 billion years left as a civilization anyway, until
Right.
the sun explodes and destroys our
I don't
entire
think
solar
we'll make it
system.
that far.
Yeah.
I don't think.
So-
I mean, look, we're only 10,000 years old as a
Yeah.
as a
We'll
species.
push out before that happens, dude.
Yeah, I think we maybe have
Beyond the solar system? Like, that's crazy,
I think so.
dude.
I think we'll just keep
the band
leapfrogging.
of straws and other
That's
shit
crazy.
will fucking
Yeah.
wipe
Humans will
out
find a
humans.
way, bro.
Yeah.
Humans will find a way. If we don't find an alternate way to power through, travel further, and faster,
Yeah.
then I feel like they're just going to keep leapfrogging from planet to planet and making little communities.
The
But the-
human
but the
body
thing
is too
is that,
fragile, dude.
the
The
thing
human
is-
body's too fragile.
Hold
to
on,
travel
hold on.
like
The thing is that right now, if you believe in evolution, right, then our bodies have taken us this long to be able to really be able to survive on this planet. And then if we have to go now survive on a different planet, then we're going to need, thousands of years of evolution to do
millions,
that.
yeah.
And then
But the crazy thing about that is, Jimmy, is they actually have found Earth-sized planets with the basically similar environment.
I
to
know,
Earth.
but do you know how far away those are, dude?
It's okay. Just freeze us.
But I mean, we could reproduce on the
just-
way. I mean, I don't see that being being
Freeze
a
dry
problem.
us.
Yeah, I don't see it really
I'm
being
just
a problem.
saying. No. I mean, but it would take. So reproduce on the way, yes, but then it would literally be fucking.
It wouldn't be the Mile
It
High
would be
Club at
so
that
many
point.
fucking generations of people would have come and gone by the time you actually got to
And what do
this
you
planet.
do with the bodies?
Yeah, right. Out the fucking
Launch 'em?
airlock,
Yep.
whatever.
Shoot them out.
Like Starship Troopers.
Or you can blend them up
Gotta do.
and use it like fuel.
Oh yeah.
Like
food.
Soylent
or
Green.
We get the
Matrix.
eater robot to.
yeah. Fucking eater. Jeez.
Yeah, it's science, bro. Fucking eater, bro. It'll power us through the solar system. Fucking look it up.
Hashtag eat a robot.
Damn. Fucking.
And it's,
That was Chris's favorite story.
It's spelled just how it's spelled.
eater robot.
It eats.
Such
All right.
horseshit. That is fucking beautiful.
Nope.
Don't touch
Nope.
each
I said
other's
we should-
shit.
So, Last week
Don't
we talked a
be
little bit about
a
the Hadron Collider.
Yeah, Hadron Collider.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that last week, and there was a website.
I've seen her videos.
Hold on. There was a website that I wanted to show last week. I didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
And this website is called.
Nope.
This website's called "Has the Hadron Collider Destroyed the World Yet?"
Nope.
And so when you go to it,
that's literally all it is. That's awesome, Jamie. That is fucking awesome. I thought like you were gonna click something and it was actually gonna do something.
No.
I didn't know I was fucking up your joke.
Look at the URL. Has the Hadron Collider, or has the Large Hadron Collider destroyed the world yet? .com. Nope. So sorry, I just wanted to show you guys that because
if you watch Stranger Things, I'm telling you,
it was
Department of Energy, bro.
Upside down.
Yup, dude.
Created it.
What? Stranger Things?
No.
You ever seen it?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch it, dude.
It's good.
It's decent. It's decent.
I
I
like
liked it.
Yeah, it's the Department of Energy that opens up another dimension. So that's what the reference is.
The soundtrack's fucking.
It's totally nostalgic, dude. 1980s all the way.
They copied freaking.
It was based in 1914.
What was it?
Back in my day.
Star what?
Back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy Hadron Colliders.
We had kazoos.
No.
The fuck are you guys talking about?
I have no idea, Kenny. I'm with you on this one, dude.
We had the buggy.
I got nothing.
Horse and buggy.
What in the fuck are you guys talking
We
about?
built the roads.
Hot off the press, which is fresh new in 1914.
Extra.
Same year that Stranger Things is based off of.
Hadron Collider in the future.
You two are fucking retarded.
I'm so high right now.
God damn it. He's so high right now. He was believing it for a second. Like,
for
I'm
real.
believing my own shit.
I was in 1914 reading the fucking article. What? The Hadron Collider?
They called it print back then.
I was reading the old print.
Yes.
Could you imagine, like, somebody from that time, like in 19... Could you imagine showing...
Transporting?
No, could you imagine, like, showing them the movie, like, Transformers or something?
Oh, fuck.
Just watch their
mind blown. It would be like that Bacon video, bro.
No. That reminds me of Dr. Evil showing the government the White House blowing up from
from
yeah.
They're like, it's like, just kidding. That was from 1994 classic Independence Day.
I forgot about that scene, dude. Nice.
Oh Jesus!
Dude, you can I get to see people like questioning their entire lives after seeing something like that, just being like, nothing is real.
Yeah. And they were in the White House too. That was the great part about it. And they were all ducking and shit. Like that's gonna stop it.
Oh my god! Dude.
Oh fucking
That was
science!
good.
Science all the way, man.
Yeah.
Fucking science. Time travel is science.
Try and
Black holes.
Wait,
and shit.
what?
Oh, what?
Words are weird.
Yeah, your words were transforming.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Wow. See what happens when I get.
You know what's weird? What everything you're saying is right now.
You had way too many fucking rock stars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I don't think you need that fourth one.
Hey,
good energy, dude.
Drink your fucking
We're
water.
having a good time,
Drink
man.
your fucking water.
We're having a good time, dude.
Chris's water has not been touched.
It has not.
Fucking
I have
four
so
rock
much.
stars.
I think I have more rock star in me right now than I do have fucking blood.
Yeah, you need to fucking dilute that a little bit, there,
Hydrate.
buddy.
Yeah. Like you're on a pound of coke right now.
All right, we got another free talk on there, Jamie.
You do, but I don't know. Did you want to bring this up first? Because
no, we're gonna go into the actual topic. So,
Okay.
topic number 2.
Oh yeah.
Is
Sorry.
the state your god?
I was totally tripping right now and being like,
So-
why is it smoky in here?
Oh, well.
Right?
Val's off the.
No, it's not me, Kenny.
It's not. Yeah. Yo, how is he hiding this fucking blunt?
How is he hitting this shit? Why doesn't it smell in here like weed?
Yeah, you can see the little waft.
No,
of
when you
smoke.
go back on the video, watch. I'm looking and then I look over at Chris like, what the fuck?
Like, what's he smoking right now?
His hands are on the table.
All right, so
Magic.
kind of going along with our first topic, how when you awaken to freedom. Well, this is how we see all of Statist at this point, right? Kind of. So go ahead and play.
Not kind of.
Yeah. So play this because I want Jamie get this one ready because
right.
this is going to set it up for the way freedom-minded people see statism.
2018.
2008.
So this is during the 2008.
2008.
This is right after Obama. We're not going to just be picking on him, so don't worry about
I
that.
can't read.
Here we go.
Peggy Joseph took her daughter out of school early Wednesday for this. Her emotions ran high following Obama's speech.
It was the most memorable time of my life. It was a touching moment because I never thought this day would ever happen. I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage. You know, if I help him, he's going to help me.
What? Wow. That would be someone that thinks the state is their god.
Yeah.
And that is
wake
insanity.
The fuck up.
All right, let's do that. Yep, that
You
one.
should fast
Let's do
forward
this
to
again.
now.
Let's
Hold
do
on,
this
hold
again.
on.
You want to do that last one?
I
No.
I want to set it all up. Yeah.
Except we're going to do it from a different
Go
side.
ahead.
They should interview her now. She's probably
Oh,
homeless,
yeah. Well,
homeless
probably.
and doesn't have a car.
Right.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's play the Trump one. I want to make sure everyone knows we're not picking on one side or the other. We're picking on both.
In the center of the American heartland, far away from the Washington swamp, to spend time with thousands of true American patriots.
The statement is more.
Fake.
Oh,
The
yeah,
fake
I
news,
see.
yeah.
I see.
Look at that lady's shirt
We
in
don't
the back with
worship
a glittered
government.
Trump face.
We worship God.
No, you don't. You worship the state.
He worships himself.
Oh, yeah. They're all wearing his shit.
Can you please put your sign down,
This
Billy?
has been a difficult
Look at his
week for
shirt.
the media
Yeah.
because I forced them to travel with us all around the country and spend time with tens of thousands of proud Americans who believe in defending our
We can cut this
values,
asshole
our
anytime you
culture,
want, man.
our borders, our civilization, and our great American
No.
way of life.
We're just gonna let him drive it home.
Yeah,
'cause it
no,
just makes it-
that's what we wanted to
Yeah.
get there. So he's just basically throwing out a bunch of bilge, a bunch of crap. And everyone's just buying onto this
Whoa,
nonsense.
what is
Yeah, this is
this
going to be a good one. So this is in India, and
He
this
needs to
is
cover
someone
his feet.
worshiping the old Trumper.
Where is he in France?
India.
Yeah, France.
No.
Geography's weird.
Oh, look at that. He gave him one of the, was it Bindi?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
The,
Yeah,
thir-
it's
the
called a
third
Billy
eye.
Third eye.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it also signifies that you're married.
Maybe he's married to him. Except for that's pretty sloppy.
Was he fucking got some hot sauce on there too?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on
You
here?
can get shot.
But you know, there's like thousands of gods in the Indian
Yo,
culture. Right?
really?
Why would
Why
they
would they
fucking
these
do
to the
this? Though?
kids,
Like, this
man?
makes no sense.
Yeah.
He's not a god.
Uh,
It's so weird.
Is this real?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask, is this really real?
This is really, really real. What is going on here? This is just a fun thing.
This
We're
is
not-
no different
look at
than,
this.
than
Okay,
Catholics
wait,
going to
wait.
light a candle for Trump. This is no different
This
than
is
that.
a joke, right?
No.
I think this is legit. Look at this guy, dude.
This is possibly that's the
So I brought that one up just to be a joke,
That-
to
that-
show you how
okay.
people are.
That wasn't real,
Oh, I
though.
don't I don't know if it's real or not. The point
Who
was,
knows?
this is how we
Like-
see people that are state. That was the reason why I brought this up.
Right.
So people see it as like, how we see statism. Like when we see someone talking about Trump, right, or Obama, or
And they actually
or
like them?
Hillary or whoever, right?
Yeah.
They're like
It's all
whooped
the
on it, and
politicians.
that's the way I see
Here's
it.
my thing. Why are you crying about meeting these public servants? Period. That's what these people are. They're
Yeah,
public
they're
servants.
nobodies.
They're nobodies. You voted them into office. You gave them the power they have, and you're acting like they're godlike, and they're not.
right.
Like, to
Like
me,
they're celebrities
It
or
blows
something.
even celebrities. I don't do that shit for celebrities
Yeah, I
either.
don't either.
That's all Donald Trump
Yeah.
was before he became the
Right,
fucking
yeah.
president. What the
Well, I mean,
fuck?
but even back in Obama, even like Clinton, like when everybody got on his side when he was going through that.
Yeah, I don't.
Scandal.
Why are you idolizing other people?
That's the thing. Like I think we are beyond that point where we don't see the person, we see the politics.
Right.
Like, I mean, we don't see we see what they're doing while they're in office.
Jack shit.
Yeah, we don't buy into the
Dick.
Into the hype.
left or right
Right.
policies, like the little things. Like,
We're not brainwashed,
Yeah.
basically. We're not indoctrinated
we don't-
into the
we don't
system
buy-
to
we don't
think
go
that
into
these
the
people are
weeds about
fucking
the-
great and oh my god, I met
Yeah.
President Obama or I met fucking Trump. Dude, you're horrible at your fucking job. If I did half the shit that these guys did at my day-to-day job, I would be fucking fired.
Yeah.
Period. If I protested at my job because, oh, I didn't like what they were doing, and I was like, well, then I'm not going to work until you meet my demands or whatever. They'd be like, you know what, nigga, get out of here.
Right? So, and then you have these people, like, especially in the Trump video, everyone in the background with the hats, the bumper stickers, the shirts.
It's like you're
a total
seeing
cult-type movement is the way it looks.
You're seeing a camera view of the crowd or the audience at American Idol.
Yeah, or a football game or anything.
Yeah,
like
it's
it looks just like a sports team kind of thing.
Right.
And it's crazy because this is a guy that is controlling you and taking away your freedoms.
Yeah, he's using your
so
money.
So not just Trump. This is Obama. This is all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
All
That's why we tried to play a little bit of all of them.
Yeah.
That's government, period.
It's all of it. And we're saying that you own yourself. You should be self-governing. These people are not. They're just people. You take away their power. You take away their money. If we all stood on the street naked, none of us would be more important than anybody else.
Yeah, you talk about yourself.
That's not necessarily true.
We would all.
Debatable as fuck, bruh.
I'm saying take away all the material things.
No,
I'm
take away all the
materialistic.
Hey,
what kind of person are you really?
Beef.
What kind of person are you?
Long dick.
That's what really.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
I'm talking about long dick.
I'm making that shirt tonight. Fucking hashtag debatable shirt. I'm making that tonight.
Debatable.
That's going on. That's going to be on the Spreadshirt shop tonight, folks.
That's his mission for the night. All right.
Yeah, in case you wanted to know.
By the time they're watching this, it'll be on the website.
What, the long dick T-shirt?
No, debatable.
Hashtag debatable.
Hashtag
long dick.
Now, is it going to be spelled out or have the hashtag sign?
Hashtag.
It's gonna be just like a hashtag
and just
spelled out.
Good.
And a limp hot dog.
Oh man, I kind of want a corn dog right now.
Limited quantities.
Limp pimp.
It's gonna be one boiled fucking spaghetti noodle.
Right.
It's gonna be like the Oscar Mayer wiener car in the air or something.
All right, well, so getting back to the subject really quick. So this kind of ties back into being awakened, like true freedom, right? Like our first topic.
Yeah.
So
we don't buy into it.
Exactly. So once you've been awakened, then you start seeing how the statists, the people that love the government, worship the government, and vote and participate in this enslavement of everyone, you see how they see, or how we see them, is just like these videos, especially that Indian guy.
It's nothing but a popularity contest.
Right.
Where you pick your favorite person, go
who
to
has
the polls,
who has the best charisma,
who has the most, who can lie
who
to
has
me
the best
best.
charisma.
It is a popular.
Who's gonna offer us the most?
Right.
You know, who's gonna give us the
$3,000 suits?
Whose
and
bullshit
jackets.
sounds the best?
Right.
So, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Like up front in the camera, they're telling you all the free things they're going to give you.
Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to say.
But behind the scenes,
they're like,
is
fuck them niggas.
That's what we're kind of looking at. Is
Right.
what's really going on behind the scenes. I think a lot of people look at what's on TV or what they're offering you and miss the whole point. The whole point is what they're doing behind the scenes.
Yeah. So they're getting promised all the by the leaders, quote unquote leaders. They offer you cell phones. They offer you housing, other programs that like welfare. They hand out food.
Yeah,
they're giving you everything you need.
Vouchers,
it's the equivalent
cards.
of scouting, a college scout.
Well, you heard that lady like rattle off about how you don't have to work anymore.
I'm
you
not
don't
gonna
have to
pay my mortgage. I'm not gonna have to buy gas.
Guess how the fuck? Guess how the fuck they plan to pay for all of that shit?
Taxation.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding. Boom. Got it. So they don't understand it. It's like, okay, earlier when we were not recording, Jamie pulled up a surge protector and he plugged it into itself and says, "Is this how you get renewable energy or whatever?"
What was
right?
it, Jamie?
Is that what you said? Something like that.
Yeah.
Valerie,
unlimited power.
That is literally how the
that.
government gets fucking money, right?
It's plugged in inside.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's actually doing its job.
They're
right
taking
now.
it from themselves.
Right.
It's actually plugged into a real power source.
Yeah, not itself. Yeah.
So so people are getting their money stolen, given back to them, and they think that's the greatest thing in the world.
Oh, prime example. So last year, everybody was all fucking happy. Yo, Trump gave us a tax back. I got $2,500 back. Blah blah blah. See what happens this tax season.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know the new laws they passed on what you used to get credit for, that you no longer get credit for, and if you own a house now and have to pay property taxes now,
That's California, though.
No. It's new tax laws, federal tax.
Oh,
laws.
it was. Trump's tax plan was never supposed to benefit Californians. Just so you know.
No. I'm just saying new tax laws in general.
He's talking across
Yeah,
the board.
I'm talking about across the
because
board.
of-
So the ones
Yeah,
that
because of the-
so they were so let's
of the
just,
tax breaks.
let's be clear.
Trump gave.
Like they were already like they got signed in, they were passed. They didn't take effect until this year.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Not. So they were part of that whole Trump tax initiative that people didn't even read the fine print to see like how they were going to get fucked over for their $2,500 they got.
Are you talking about like maybe next year we'll see it, because this is technically we're still in the 2018 tax season.
No. That
technically.
takes effect this. So it's stuff that was written into that $2,500 you got. That
Well,
you're
I didn't get $2,500.
No.
Dude.
Like,
That
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
get
I'm not
that
gonna
shit.
grovel for fucking pennies when the government owes me fucking thousands, dude.
Well, anyway,
That's some
like,
bullshit.
what I mean is that
it was in
when
that,
we
so
get
it
our
was
taxes
already-
back this year. Is
Right.
that when you say we're going to see a
Correct.
difference?
So
Okay,
when you go to file taxes this year,
file.
Well, if you file taxes,
Uh-huh.
you will see the difference of the things you got credit for last year that you no longer get credit for.
It won't apply.
That you're actually
Got it.
penalized for now.
I see.
With the new tax laws that go in effect with this tax season.
Copy.
I see. Okay.
If you pay taxes.
I like how you just say that twice.
I'm just saying.
How great would it be if just everyone didn't pay taxes?
Right?
Just all at
How
once.
great would that be?
How big of a fucking statement would that be?
Dude.
I got a little tear in my eye. Freedom
The
tear.
government would fucking shiver, dude.
You think
Be
they're
more
shut
than that.
down now.
Yeah, the shutdown now ain't shit.
Right?
So okay, there's another good way of looking at this whole thing is government is religion. Everyone is not everyone, but a lot of people are freaking out about the government shutdown.
Oh yeah.
I've not met one single person who gives two shits.
Well, I'm talking
Nobody even fucking
on
knows.
the
I don't
news.
think.
Oh, if you look
Yeah,
at it
on
on
the
the
news, it's
news,
all over the
they
place.
pump it every 5
All the
minutes,
time, bro.
all day long.
Really?
Government shutdown, government shutdown.
Well, because
government
the
shutdown.
media is left, and
But do you
it's
know
about
that
Trump, and
it's less than a quarter of the government that's shut down?
it's not shut down.
It's literally affected me not at all.
Yeah, it hasn't really affected you.
Have you been to a state park?
That it always does.
No.
They always,
Right.
They always cut that part first.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
So there was also a story where in a couple of the state parks, people were going in and putting in toilet paper and cleaning the toilets and everything voluntarily
Right.
for free.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't that
Whoa.
weird?
Weird.
Why would
How
somebody
would it
do
work?
that?
How would it work if the government didn't take taxes? There's your answer.
Motherfuckers.
Why would
That's
people
just one
do that?
answer.
Oh, maybe because they like enjoying the fucking outside.
Or the GoFundMe thing.
Right.
So like the wall thing.
Right.
So there's different alternatives and others that
Right.
we can come up with if we just thought about it without having emotions involved and thinking that we have to have force initiated upon all of us.
But people
to
do
pay
realize
for
that, like,
shit.
Congress was on winter break this whole
No.
Exactly.
They're
man.
always- and they're getting paid.
They're
Yeah.
on break anyway.
No,
What
but
the
I'm
fuck?
saying,
Like,
yeah, they were already on break already. And they're like, oh, the government will
And-
shut
and
down.
this
No,
is the
they're
kind
They
on
got their break when they got
vacation.
hired.
And this is the bullshit this is the bullshit that people get caught up on, right? That we're
Well,
talking
that's
about.
because the
Yeah.
mainstream media,
Yeah.
a.k.a. the freaking propaganda machine,
Yep.
pumps
We're-
that shit out.
And we're saying take a further step back and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's not affecting
It's just-
anything that's going on. Everything is still working the same.
All it is a facade to make their side look stronger.
How you doing over there,
or
buddy?
make
Getting
our
a little
side
tired?
look stronger.
No, I'm doing all right.
All right, just checking on
Are
you.
you
buddy.
sure?
you. I
You're a little
appreciate it.
yawny
Just
over
checking
there.
I
on you.
appreciate
Am
it.
I boring you
Just
now that
concerned
I'm
about
back?
you.
No, it's just that the
Statism
The
just-
word of freedom is just so soothing to me that it just, I just get so comfortable. I want to sleep.
Yeah, I feel you, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, are we good on this one, guys?
Yeah, fuck the
Yeah.
Don't let the state be your fucking god.
It's not your daddy.
Nope, it's not your daddy, it's not your mommy.
Right.
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Alrighty, so
okay. We're on to the next one.
what do we got next? We got
Well,
free talk.
Yeah, you wanted to
What?
do the
Yeah.
you
Jelly.
You got,
What?
yeah, the
Jelly,
jellies.
How about
jelly,
the pets?
jelly.
Let's
What?
do the pet one first.
Yeah, let's
actually,
do the
Okay.
I kind of want. I want to hear about that one. Oh, it's up on there. Okay.
Okay.
Let's bring that on.
So
In California,
Yes.
it's against the law to get a dog.
that's come on, don't look. Now,
Fake
now,
news.
Here we
yeah,
go.
now you're doing
Sons of
exactly
bitches. He's
what
doing
we
the
hate.
me- yeah.
You're doing what we hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what it is that California bans retail sale of dogs, cats, rabbits, whatever, any kind of pet.
So now you got to go catch them in the wild.
Well, no, hang on. So here's what it is. This headline is actually fucking kind of shitty.
Yeah.
It's not that the retail sale is banned. It's that the source of retail sales has now changed. They can't get them anymore
No
from
more
like
from the puppy mills.
from puppy mills, basically, right?
But I want a puppy mill, puppy daddy.
Yeah, so you can't do that
No
anymore.
one's ever said
you
that.
got to get them from a shelter. They can, from what I understand, it seems like they can stock their stores with
Oh my god,
shelter
dude.
pets.
Here we go.
Stock
All
your
right.
shelves with shelter pets, even though that was already in effect in California. You really
So here we go. Let's
Go,
no, I didn't
fire
know
away.
that. I don't give a fuck.
Why can't we hear
Uh-oh.
them?
Can we hear it?
Nope.
No.
Volume's down.
There it
Which
is.
will change the way some people buy and sell pets. NBC7's Stephen Luke reports from the San Diego Humane Society in the Morena District.
Good evening. One of the new laws taking effect on Tuesday applies to retail pet stores, which will only be able to
That
sell
jacket is
kittens,
hideous.
puppies, and rabbits if they come from a rescue organization.
But that cat is
like
adorable.
the San Diego
Yeah, it
Humane
is.
Society.
Sandwich.
The days of puppies behind glass windows in retail pet stores
Is
will
over.
soon become a thing of the past. With AB 485, California becomes
lounging
the first
around.
state to implement strict new rules on these stores.
What they're charging is very, very high, first of all, and then most often they're,
So
they're
what?
doing payment
A
plans.
fucking
for these.
cop?
We got a cop,
High
bro.
interest rates, and if they miss one
Fucking
payment,
asshole.
they
Statist
take the animal
enforcer.
back. This is
Fucking
the way to have
idiot.
a pet in your home.
Chief of
Oh,
Humane
this is
Law
when you put
Enforcement
your dog
Steve
on the
McKinnon
railway or
says
some
the new
shit.
law is ultimately aimed at curbing puppy mills.
He
He
can't
says
even
retail
carry a
stores
gun.
have
Man,
traditionally
get
been
the
one of the
fuck
main
outta
ways
here.
these neglected animals
Ugly-ass
find their way
chihuahuas.
into unsuspecting owners'
Nala.
homes.
Te quiero Taco Bell.
Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
This couple just adopted
Chihuahuas
a
are
kitten.
awesome, dude.
Couldn't be happier about the
It'll
new
be
law.
on the street
I
in
think
a
it's
week.
better to rescue these animals instead of having like a,
Look at
like
his
a puppy
Gucci
mill or
Gang
something like
t-shirt.
that, where the animals are
Nice.
raised super inhumanely.
Oh, it's a lopso.
The
Wiener
profit
dogs and
of
chihuahuas.
animals and puts the emphasis back on
Yo, his
actually
shoulders
caring
are
for
weird.
Yeah, he doesn't have them, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
San Diego
No
County
shoulder-
has a
no,
few
collarbones.
retail stores left, including
No backbone.
Broadway Puppies in Escondido, which has a sister store in
Where
National
is
City.
that at?
According to their website, they
California.
only use responsible
Escondido?
licensed breeders.
You're going to
Come Tuesday,
Escondido to
they'll
get a
only
puppy?
be able to sell pets from
I don't even know where the
shelters.
fuck
The
that's
Humane
at.
Society
Southern
says
California.
they haven't been contacted by any local retail stores yet, inquiring about the purchase of their animals. But even if they did,
We're
Your
not
rabbit
prepared
is
to do that
good.
ourselves because we've got a fairly robust adoption
You
program.
fucking
the
idiot.
Humane
Shut up.
Society says they'd be open to partnering with
I
retail
can't see the
shops,
cats. They're
but it
camouflaging
likely
to the-
wouldn't yield
to the rug.
profits these stores need to stay in business. They sent letters to all local stores reminding them of the New Year's deadline. From the Morena District, Stephen Luke, NBC7.
And Steve tells us the new law does not impact the sale of
Hey, why does
dogs,
he look
cats,
like
or
a
rabbits from
low-budget
breeders.
Geraldo?
The Humane Society will be one of the local organizations monitoring retail pet stores to make sure they
All
follow
right, I'm
the
gonna go
new
pause
rule.
that right. Anyway, yeah. So we got the gist of it.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is they're trying to cut down on
Puppy
breeding
mill puppies.
animals inhumanely to sell to people. You can probably still get them from a private breeder if you got a little paperwork. So you want to get a purebred or some shit like that.
Yeah, he said something about that
Yeah,
at the
I mean,
end there, that it's not going to limit
Just
breeders.
order them from overseas.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Just outsource it.
Chinese
Yeah,
mutated
that's
dog.
crazy, man. That's crazy.
I need me a China mutt.
No. Sounds horrible.
So much government interference, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing.
I one for one think that it's good as far as because so my brother bought a dog, and in order for him to keep the dog and not pay a higher rate for the dog, he had a certain amount of time he had to get the dog spayed or neutered. To me, that's smart, because then that dog, if it gets loose, isn't creating more animals, and it also protects the breeder that they're having a reputable
Bloodline.
bloodline,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not just going out and having the animal. You're trying to make your own whatever.
The whole thing's
Yeah.
weird to me.
And then
It's
the
just
whole
weird.
thing with cats,
The whole
bro.
thing.
Like people get cats and then let them out, and then the cats are
Fucking.
yeah.
They're fucking.
There's a huge loose wild
Just
feral
nibbling.
cat problem.
Yes, nibbling.
Chris, you're making a face over there. What's wrong?
I don't know, man. I just don't think the government should be telling people what to do.
But here's the thing: if you listen to that story, it was because right now you can go and purchase a pet and make payments on it like a fucking car, and if you don't make the payments, then they come repo the pet. And
Wow.
people are having a hard time paying for the pet once they buy him because they're overly
Don't buy a
Why you get a
pet
gun?
and don't have kids
Huh?
if you can't
That's
afford
why
it.
you get a gun.
What?
To defend your property is what he's
Yeah.
implying.
Defend your property.
So you're gonna draw on the repo man for the dog?
Technically, it's not your property. though.
Yeah, because you're still making payments on it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just if you can't afford it, don't buy it.
Right?
Stop living
I
above
agree.
your means.
I agree.
Don't get little Susie a fucking cat or a dog.
Right.
Bitches gonna have to learn to just be with that.
I think people need to have some fucking self-control.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no such thing as self.
Kenny, I missed you so fucking much, dude.
But it's no. There's no. It's not the government's place to. I guess
It's a tricky situation because we all know that
I'm gonna do
the
this.
puppy mills and all that are bad.
What are you doing on Saturday?
I don't know why.
We can take a trip to the Humane Society. Then
I've been there, dude. I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
just don't think
they're just
I don't
overcrowded.
think I don't think the government needs to
Government force
should legislate that kind of thing. I think that the puppy mills, I mean the shelters need to talk directly to the retailers or whatever.
So
but they have no way of tracking where the dog is coming from.
So here's what it is. Like this is one of those things.
Chip them.
This is one of those things where we're going to run into where we don't necessarily have a solution for the problem yet, but we need to understand that it's a talking point. Okay,
I do.
So let me just interject here for a second.
Rat bait.
The fact that the fact that legislation is being implemented, I don't like the principle of that. I don't like the principle of that. However, people were already doing it this way, which by the fucking version of capitalism that we have in America right now is perpetuating the existence of puppy mills. Well, now that's bad, right? So maybe we need to do something a little bit differently so that puppy mills aren't a thing, but without the government involved. But right now, we don't have a solution for that. We don't have one that doesn't involve government that does involve puppy mills.
Well,
or,
one great solution would be is everyone that has a problem with this whole situation, they should be getting out and educating everyone and doing informative information on the internet to get that information out there.
Be part of the solution.
Yeah.
You could just put 22 ammo on sale.
Fucking A.
And then
so
there you go.
I think like an awareness campaign would have been a lot more fucking constitutional than a fucking ban.
More freedom.
Right.
Personally.
But we live in California and we know that's not
it's
how
a
they
total
roll.
status enforcement.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so
they had a fucking cop talking about it. Come on.
Because we don't have a solution.
He was an
the
enforcement
government
officer.
had. So it really, dude,
Law enforcement.
straight up, because we wouldn't do it ourselves. The government had to come in and be like, no puppy mills.
Yeah, Daddy had
When
to
it's like,
come in
fuck,
and
dude,
tell us. Yeah.
Can't we just
Hey,
get enough people bought into
Stop
this shit?
breeding all those fucking little Chihuahua lab.
I feel like people were well informed.
If I see another fucking dog in a goddamn stroller or a carrying case in the mall
people
or
are
something,
free. You're free to do whatever you want. You're not free from judgment, but you are free
Sure.
to do what you want.
they're fucking dogs.
Yeah.
Why are they in strollers? Why do you have it in a fucking one of those baby fucking carrying things, carrying the dog through the
Or
fucking
8-year-olds
store?
in strollers. That's
Yeah.
another-
Yeah,
That's another
there was
subject.
enough of that too. Fucking, if he's old enough to fucking get up and
People
tell
love
you
their
no,
pets, man. What can I say?
Oh shit!
I wish
Mad.
anybody I
Mad.
knew bought a stroller for a pet.
I'm mad.
Yeah.
My dog wears a coat because she's cold.
Your dog has fur. Jesus gave your dog fur.
I know, but we gave him a coat. We gave her a coat.
Your dog
There you go.
legit wears a coat.
Roxy wears sweaters and dresses and all kinds of
Roxy
cool stuff.
rocks the coat.
Let me catch you walking your dog in a coat.
I will bring Roxy tomorrow.
And I'm
There
gonna
you go.
beat your ass.
I'll
She better
coat
not
it
be
up.
in a coat.
Yeah, she will
You're gonna
be.
have to cash him.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta cash him
send Johnny a
walking his dog
picture
in
and
a
we're
coat.
gonna edit it in.
Okay,
There you go.
You go ahead. Let me catch you and Roxy rolling with matching
Oh,
fucking
like-
coats.
You'll love, dude. Roxy's nothing but love.
She better
man.
not be in a coat.
She's my little girl.
Yeah. Hashtag raincoat. Look it up.
And
All right.
that's why we do stuff for our pets.
Alrighty.
we're gonna need one of those record.
I think people need to be people should have be able to choose what they want. They shouldn't be stopped from.
Yeah.
They shouldn't. The only choices shouldn't be here's what we have. Not like
Well, I mean, when we
no,
get,
I agree with you.
you
want to
get back into it, we
Right.
can go back into the non-aggression principle and voluntary and property rights, and all those things will give you the answers to your problems.
right. Exactly.
No coats for dogs.
Yeah.
Kenny,
Non-aggression.
It's not aggressive because I said no coats for dogs.
Coats.
I didn't say I was going to
coats
beat
keep
you
'em
down
warm,
if
man.
your fucking dog
Yeah,
had a
it's personal
coat.
preference.
You
That's what
actually
it
did
comes
say
down
that.
No, I'm talking about right now.
I was just letting him
I
step in
know.
it all by
No,
himself,
no,
Jamie.
I'm
You
saying
didn't have
right
to point
now.
it out.
I'm saying right now. I didn't say it.
I'm just
I did before.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I love my dog. That's
you
all
put
I'm
her in
saying.
a coat.
Right on.
I put her in a coat.
Your dog probably hates that fucking.
She loves it.
I got a big German Shepherd, and I have a waterproof jacket for him when it's raining because it's fucking
There you go.
brutal. It's brutal.
Yep.
To get that motherfucker dry.
And he has layers.
It's a nightmare.
That's
yeah.
only because you don't want to dry them off.
No, it's because it's a nightmare.
Chris's dog has the coat on because it's cute.
Well,
No, because it's cold.
He's a little guy, right?
And she's cute. Yeah.
Little dogs are always shivering.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's because they're
little
inbred as
Chewini.
fuck.
I have a little Chewini
from Puppy Mills.
Chris, quit bragging.
Yep.
Yeah. About your Chewini.
Yeah, my Chewini.
Don't nobody want to see that shit.
Just a little guy.
All right, speaking of animals.
Who the fuck said that? Which
fucking John.
You're welcome.
That was awesome.
Always come in there and does a little lightening it up a little bit there.
What the fuck you talking about? That is my favorite soundbite.
It sounded like,
yeah.
it sounded like Gabriel Iglesias. Like you. That was fucking great.
All right, speaking of animals, let's pull up these jellyfish.
All right, jellyfish.
Jellyfish. Stay
Here we
out
go.
of the fucking water. All right.
Yeah.
So jellyfish are a big threat. Everyone's been to the beach here, right? So
They have
we
tentacles.
all. I mean, not everyone that's watching the show might not have.
They have tentacles.
Yeah.
Dummy
Their testicles are always hanging out.
Always.
Always.
That's where you get
They're
stung.
always dragging their balls and dicks through the water.
So these fucking wet plastic bags of the fucking sea with their testicles hanging out are getting
Speaking of
everyone.
straws.
So this gentleman, go ahead and hit the play.
All right.
This gentleman is going to interview a guy that gets venom,
coral and fish species,
anti-venom.
But here in the shallows is where we find Australia's most feared creature.
Oh, it's
not the
Australia.
shark,
Everything wants to
it's
kill
the
you over
deadly
there.
Box jellyfish.
Hey, wasn't that guy an actor in some show or something? I think he was.
This
Yeah.
highly venomous and nearly invisible predator is the scourge of Australian beaches, stinging scores of swimmers over the
Look at
years.
this sexy guy.
Yo, what the fuck?
Wow. That
I'm
is
searching for
amazing,
specimens with Ben
Johnny.
Croft.
I told you.
It's a nice banana.
Ben,
I warned you.
a renowned underwater
Yeah.
filmmaker,
Look
at this guy.
has been researching
Oh,
remedies
he's
for the box
renowned.
jellyfish venom by getting
Renowned.
stung over.
Wait, why is his
and
chest so hairy but his
on
legs
purpose.
aren't?
Bro, he's got the speeds on,
Because,
bro.
dude, he has to get stung. Hair prevents the stingers.
Really hard. In fact, almost invisible over the sand.
So these box jellyfish are technically the most dangerous creature.
This guy is
on the planet.
styling,
Is
bro.
what you're saying?
Yes.
That Speedo is just fabulous.
Gotta have the shirt on though.
Yeah,
the shirt
dude.
open.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Gotta have the shirt
look at
open.
this shit, dude.
Well, he just picked it up.
This will ruin your day at the beach.
Let's
It
see.
doesn't look like much. Translucent blob of goo.
That looks like a used condom.
But it can see, it can sense that you're there, and it has some of the most toxic venom.
It
in
looks
the
like the
world.
shit that gets spit out
So
after
the plan
you.
is I'm going to try out a new remedy for box jellyfish
If you don't
stings,
swallow.
But the only way to do it is to actually intentionally sting yourself, and that's what I'm going to do next. Shall we give it a shot?
Okay.
Oh
so
my
the
God.
poison then travels just
Ah,
under
son
the skin, under the lymph.
That really
we call it,
sucks.
And slowly works its way up to you.
Oh,
but
dude.
the initial pain.
I wonder how
people go
painful
into
that
This
is.
guy's got an
and
earring, too.
sometimes
He's
just don't
cool,
come
man.
out of it.
This guy's
Great.
hip.
That sounds
He
like
said
fun.
the initial
let's do
pain
this.
creates causes shock.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Why would
There
you
we go.
wanna
He's going to
do
get stung.
this?
Oh, are you
So do it
serious?
properly.
Yeah.
I want to do this
Yeah.
one time.
You should totally do it.
Oh, man. I can feel it stinging. Oh,
Oh,
Fuck
dude.
oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Time to give the test
Enjoy.
remedy a try.
You can really feel it building up.
Yeah.
All right.
The new solution isn't working as well as I'd hoped. So we move to the tried and
He
true.
still wants
This
to
little
pain.
bottle that's like
Yeah. Oh,
empty.
there's a sensitive spot right there.
Oh, just there. Okay.
Yeah. No. Okay. Thank you. Wow.
All right, we'll put him out of his misery. We'll give him some of this stuff here, some vinegar.
Vinegar.
I bet not. And you can be liberal with it, real cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, it's
But
all
you're-
starting to raise
Yeah,
up. The
you're
bumps are
you're
great.
reacting nicely.
Nicely.
Reacting nicely. It's all coming up in lumps. We won't have to take you to the hospital yet.
Is there a hospital close by? Box jellyfish, one of the most
They didn't
dangerous
answer that
creatures
part.
on the planet.
It didn't seem very
Hurts
painful.
like hell.
I don't
Well,
think I'll try
apparently
that
it does.
again anytime soon.
This is the dumbest fucking video.
Yeah, right.
What was that?
Well, dude, the guy's wearing Speedos.
That was fabulous.
That was the reason why I
pretty
played it.
fabulous.
So stay the fuck out of the water, bro.
Just another fucking reason.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just
Like,
don't go to Australia. Australia's
Well, that's
fucking horrible.
we have it there. Okay, now watch this, because this is way worse. Jellyfish tacks a man's face.
Oh no.
Oh,
This is gnarly, bro. Look at it. It's huge.
But get it.
of his face! Get it off of his face!
It's like fucking aliens, bro. Look at this shit.
This isn't real.
Watch.
I have a towel! No, don't touch it, don't touch
This
it!
gets better.
Is this real?
Watch.
Oh, wait, hold still! Hold still! I have to pee on you! It'll take the thing away!
Yeah! Golden shower. Yeah!
Oh, God damn it!
She's like, is it helping? It should help. No.
I have to shit on you now.
Yeah, so stay out of the water or you get pissed on.
What the fuck was that?
You're welcome.
Hashtag piss water.
I had to bring that to the freedom fighters' attention. You're welcome.
Oh, God. I have to be
Hours of research gave me those two
I
videos.
fucking hate it.
You're
That
welcome.
was
Oh,
great.
my God.
That,
What did you think, Kenny, when she started fucking?
that was great.
Oh, just stands
immediately.
right over him. He's like, oh, my God. That was great.
That was right when I knew it was a fucking joke.
Wait,
I was
what
like, oh, my God.
What was she
That
doing
was
on
pretty
the
funny, dude.
What was she doing on the beach with no underwear?
I
on?
don't know, bro.
No, she had underwear on. That's why it was dripping like that.
I don't even want to know.
Pissed
how
through
you
her bathing
fucking
suit?
know that. Yeah.
Yeah, science.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Science.
That was
Bathing
rough.
suits are made for the
All right,
water
so anyways,
liquids
you
to
can
flow
find
through.
us on.
Science. All right. Is there any other free talk, or are we done?
I'm done, dude.
I think we grinded this bitch out.
Yeah, man, we got
Yeah.
people fucking pissing on each other by the end of our
dude.
show. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Hey, which means we probably can't put this on Pornhub.
No, they allow the pee. It's just you can't put poop in anything.
You can't just put poop on it. All right.
They literally
All right.
have a thing to click for peeing.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I know because I
Just no
load the
scat.
videos.
No
All right.
scat.
All right.
Yep.
Scat.
So that'll probably happen.
No scat.
Well, all right, guys. I guess this has been episode 22.
Yeah. All right. Tell us where the freedom
Kenny-
fighters can find
Kenny's
us at
so
home.
mad right now. Look at him. Look at him.
You know, come on. Wait.
Oh, I don't.
Like,
Fuck, I
subscribe.
probably-
We know
probably
Pornhub. We
should've
just
done that,
mentioned.
huh?
Yeah. So Pornhub, Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, obviously, and yeah,
That's it. I think that's
pretty
it, yeah.
much it.
Check out our merch.
Yeah,
Yeah, check out our merch
check out the
store.
new shop. Support us so we can get our island and murder Chris.
What?
Just
Shit.
playing. Love you, Chris.
I'll be strapped everywhere I go, man.
Oh man.
So yeah, make sure you help us support the merch. I will. How long does it take for stuff to get delivered? Does anybody know?
I think it was 7 days. it said?
Depends on what they pay for,
Or
right?
they ship it within 7 days, something
yeah,
like
I
that.
think it's within 5 to 7 days.
I'm gonna check it out because I'm ordering a hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered a T-shirt already.
And then once we get the Freedom Lube up, you know what's up, ladies.
Yeah, so
On the way.
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
check us out on Patreon. You guys can
help support the channel in other ways.
Yeah, Spreadshirt is probably the best way right now because then you get a little
Yes.
piece of gear with it. You're not just giving over money to something
Right,
you're
you
not
get
gonna
something
see.
back. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daddies need an island.
Yeah.
definitely.
We got to
Straight
get the
up.
fuck up out of here. It's getting crazy. Next thing you know, they're gonna be charging us to fucking breathe.
They are. Oh my God, there's a whole tax on
anyways,
that too.
we don't have time.
Oh, triggered.
Anyways,
All right. So
All right.
I'll give you guys a wrap up this time.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go off of what we
Sure.
have here. So fucking bacon is awesome, asshole.
Yeah. Don't be an
Yeah.
asshole. Give your baby
Don't
bacon.
hate bacon,
Got that shit
asshole.
right.
Yeah.
Fuck banning straws. We could do so many other things, asshole.
You fucking
That was a
putz.
fucking stupid thing.
All right.
Fuck your building rights, asshole. Especially if they're on my goddamn property.
Yeah. Property
Yeah.
rights, bro.
My shit.
Don't assault fast food workers, asshole. One of them's liable to fucking punch you in the goddamn head.
Yeah. Sometimes they hit back.
Yeah,
like
Jesus
20
Christ.
times.
Yeah. Good for her.
And the last one's going to be fuck jellyfish. Stay the fuck out of the water, asshole.
Stay the fuck out of the water.
Yeah, that's it for us at another episode on the books. Episode 22. Check us out on all those wonderful places. Remember, don't trust your leaders. We are out.
And buy merch.
Peace.